the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1191. This is Scott's 100th episode with DP.
We did it. Now, to my understanding, that's more than anyone who's ever hosted the show. Is that is that accurate?
Yeah. You're the king now.
I think I'm number one DP.
You're the king of the jungle, just like that big cat.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we got Asterios here too. Asterios is the only one that's remote now.
Yeah,
I feel
you couldn't make it?
a little bit left out, but I'm just happy to be here. So I don't want to make this about me. This is Scott's day.
It's just an honor to be nominated.
Damn right.
This is Asterios' 942nd show.
Yeah, but whatever.
Whoa, put up the big
That's
numbers.
not 100. 100's a much better number.
Mine ends in a 0.
And we're including the podcast he did earlier today and all the other podcasts he's done.
Yep.
It's probably over 942, isn't it, Asterios?
Would you say it's over
Oh, you
9,000?
mean just total podcasts?
Yeah, total
I've done
podcasts.
in my
All
life?
podcasts. All podcasts.
Oh, yeah. I have a folder with every podcast I've ever done, and it's like a quarter of my Google Drive.
Nice.
Wow.
Because so many of these shows, they just, someone does a show and it just disappears.
Yeah.
Like,
Reminds me of you.
I wanted to say, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
It reminds me of you. Like when Scott
Oh,
does the bracket thing and you slide off camera.
Oh, well, yeah, listen.
I don't do the bracket thing.
Scott
Grow
does the
up.
bracket thing.
Shut up. Fuck you. I do
bracket
square
thing.
brackets, so it's nebulous. Like, nobody uses square brackets.
Triple-
Maybe he's not even being racist.
Triple digits in the studio, and Scott's ready to fight me. That's all it took. Triple digits in the studio.
We knew this day would come.
Jeff Holiday got canceled. Here's the video.
I canceled him, actually.
Yeah, this video got him canceled right here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jeff.
Yeah.
If you had to be canceled, but you could choose what you were canceled for, what would it be?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with blackface. Trudeau. Trudeau.
That's going to
Did
get quoted in our
blackface.
archive, by the way.
I made a video about race and IQ, and I was right. I was 100% fucking right.
Now, what do you guys think he was right about when it came to a video about race and IQ? The answers are endless possibilities.
I think it probably had a lot to do with the whites.
Asterios, let's get your take on that. What do you think?
Asterios, race and IQ, your thoughts, go. This is the McLaughlin group now.
Kyle McLaughlin group?
The Kyle McLaughlin group.
Oh, now that's a group we can all enjoy. Oh, I wanted to bring this up at the top before we get to business. Like, my fiance just the other day, she turned to me and she's like, "Have you ever heard of this guy named King Cobra?" And I was like,
He's
yes,
hit mainstream.
I love him. I go, they
He's my
cover him
favorite person.
extensively on the Drunken Peasants. And it's so nice. Like, now we're both connecting over King Cobra. I'll walk into the bedroom and I'll just, hear King Cobra, yelling at someone who delivered food. But, the food had vegetables, and he's like, "You think you're trolling me with these vegetables, but you're not. I'll eat it anyway. You think you're bullying me, but you're not." And now she's, coming to me, and she's telling me about his, arrest records and how he was called highly regarded by a police officer. And, she's going so deep on all this Cobra lore. It's so nice.
That's amazing.
When the two of you make love, do you walk up to her and say, "Time to end the streak"?
I will now. I'm sure she'll find that funny. She knows so much more than me. She's gone deep
about
this guy. She knows the bearded dragon. She was like talking about like sending him a huge bottle of vodka.
His fiance, Scott. His fiance is a Christorian too.
She enjoys her internet personalities.
Are there any other lolcows that the two of you bond over?
This is why I'm so excited. This is the only one.
Well, other than Chris Chan.
He also likes. Well, but Chris makes me so super uncomfortable.
Well, that's fair.
Then Chris is doing Chris's job.
Yeah, she also what is it? She follows Russell Greer deeply, and it's like I don't. Oh, you guys not know who that is?
That's the Indian comedian. Is somebody going to get hurt real bad?
That's Russell Peters.
Oh, close enough.
Oh, Russell Greer is this person who, like, there's definitely someone who can tell the story better than me, but he's this person who keeps suing Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because he claims that Taylor Swift is violating his rights as a disabled person to be able to go out on a date with her.
Yes, we've watched at least one of his videos here.
I like that for him. Yeah, You know what? I'm on Russell's side.
So I don't like that. I feel terrible. Like, he keeps suing sex workers and Ariana Grande.
Okay, look. Who among us has never sued a hooker? Come on. Let he who hasn't sued a whore cast the first stone. Come on, Asterios, grow up.
Pseudo whore?
I need to make a quick
pseudo whore.
Pseudo whore. You're a pseudo whore.
It's that allergy medication.
Yeah.
Everyone, please like the stream, first of all. Also, tonight we are playing Zap the Kitty.
My favorite game.
Zap the Kitty. For every $20 level, Scott will zap himself.
For every $20, I will cut myself on camera. Is that allowed?
No.
Okay.
So the first...
Then I'm doing it for free.
The first zap is a steal, actually. They just have to get to 140.
Oh, that's bullshit. I think the first zap should start at $1,000. How about that?
That's fair.
Nope.
That's
the rules are the rules.
Scott's 100th episode.
I've never struggled to attach a clip more.
It's probably it might be too tight. You might have to loosen it.
It's about right. I'm just trying to like go by feel.
Is it because there's not a name tag hanging off the collar?
It doesn't feel comfortable without a name tag. To be perfectly honest.
So while he's
Billy,
working on that,
can you do me?
This is the gayest thing I've ever done to Scott.
that is patently.
Hold his hair back.
Patently untrue, William.
Zip zap.
Oh no, it's already there. The first one. Oh no. Oh my god. So you're gonna do the first one?
I'm gonna do it at the ripe old setting of 10.
And it goes up to 100.
It goes up to 10. This is the highest setting.
For your 100th episode,
it won't be
goes up to
going
100?
any higher than 10 this whole night.
10 hurts too.
I know 10 hurts. So now sometimes I have to press it a bunch of times to get it going, or it goes on the first one.
It's the Y button.
Yeah. Y. It works. It works.
Thanks for testing it out for us.
The Y button stands for why do you do this to yourself?
Why? It is very funny that the hurt yourself button is why. Like you got to have like an existential crisis every time you press it. Why?
So we have to talk about the $3 billion lawsuit. Don't worry, Asterios. This lawsuit isn't against you. I know you get worried when you hear the word lawsuit.
My asshole just became the Gordian knot. It was so tight. Oh God!
You called someone lame on the internet, and now you have to go to jail.
Oh no!
That's how the law. That's how
it
works.
I know.
So.
Someone just said 1999.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, along with multiple other individuals and organizations, are being sued for $3 billion by a woman who used to be known as Raka Khan.
Before we get into anything else, pretty good name, right?
Pretty good name.
Pretty good name.
She was like a big, towering, tough woman.
As Hypothesis points out, she, the accuser, was in Scott Steiner's famous math promo.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, she was in the background.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So was she like associated with? I don't know. Most of the TNA run is very sort of runs together. It's kind of nebulous. But does she like manage the Main Event Mafia or some
Was that
bullshit? I don't know, man.
I don't know. I just saw Hypothesis pointed out. I Googled it and I saw a tall woman standing behind Scott Steiner who looked exactly like the woman in the thumbnail for our episode.
I'm sure it's her then.
Because we've all seen that clip dozens of times.
Yeah.
Maybe even millions of times.
Maybe even millions of times. Maybe even 33 and a third times.
We didn't notice that was her.
It's true.
She's going to sue us.
I don't even see color.
We're going to be charged for the billions.
Here's a clip from an Adam stream that I'm guessing you were on too, Scott. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay. About this, let's see.
Well, RockaCon is suing the state of Texas, the El Paso Child Protective Services, the FBI, the Las Cruces, New Mexico Police Department, the NYPD, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, New York ACS, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, Shirley Police Department, Sigma Phi Epsilon, Suffolk County, New York, The Rock, you were right.
I knew it.
The Miz and Maurice, Keith Miller /E Slater, Nikki Garcia /Nikki Bella, Chris Benoit, Mark...
A guy that's been dead for 15 years.
And one of the most popular comments on that video is, "You really glazed over Chris Benoit."
It's like, why would you have to give every little detail?
Let's be clear. This is a current lawsuit.
Yeah.
And Chris Benoit murdered his family and himself June 24th, 2007, a day that will live in infamy.
And the lawsuit mentions things that happened after he murdered himself and his family.
That's correct.
Like there's the timeline doesn't add up.
Oh,
but it shouldn't.
And by the way, and by the way, RockaCon has a YouTube channel, and I downloaded a bunch of her videos, and she is basically like Tila Tequila.
I'm like,
so she's hot.
She is a good-looking woman. Honestly, she is.
Okay, Ben, holding your feet to the fire right now. In terms of striking black women in wrestling, do you go RockaCon or do you go Jade Cargill, who made quite an impression on you at
Jade
Live
Cargill.
at All Out?
Jade Cargill.
Okay, she's your girl?
RockaCon is, like old school, though. You know what I'm saying?
Meets meat.
Classic.
Jade Cargill is like one of the most beautiful people on planet Earth.
She's pretty gorgeous.
She's like during the Warner Brother upfronts, like they used her as the face of TBS, even though she like categorically sucks.
She sucks
as
at
a
wrestling.
wrestler.
She sucks at wrestling. It's great. She's undefeated and she's awful.
She's good at promos, right?
She's pretty good at promos. She looks amazing and sucks at wrestling.
That's all you need.
She's strong though, right? So she can at least
she's strong.
She can at least be like a John Cena wrestler.
Let the
right?
Super Kick brothers do all the wrestling.
Sure.
Nobody cares about wrestling anymore.
Wrestling's gay.
Mark Jindrak, Panda Energy.
Panda Energy was the parent company of TNA.
Owned by Dixie Carter's family.
Yep. Home Depot.
Let's be clear. Home Depot.
What?
And Home Depot. Casting a wide net, she is.
What is that list?
That's the list of
What is that list?
what is that being sued by former wrestler RockaCon.
Hey, be nice
like
to him. He's
Shaka Khan,
climbing a
but
crazy
she rocks.
spinning tower and he's about to go into lava.
True.
This guy's working hard. He's trying to
yeah.
keep Dixie-Con alive.
Are they all equally at fault? So they all have to like split paying the $3 billion?
I think
or
it's
do
an even split.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's very generous of her.
Who's going to cover Chris Benoit's half? The surviving son?
Yeah.
David? I guess it's up to David.
Benoit, yes.
Remember when David also went a little off the rails and was telling everyone he was going to wrestle as Chris Benoit Jr.?
Oh my God.
That was a real thing. I'm
wouldn't
glad
even-
it. Well, of course it didn't happen because it couldn't. But
They wouldn't even let the young Steiner wrestle as a Steiner.
okay, that's just stupid.
Braun Breaker? What? What a great name.
He looks he looks like a Steiner. They reference his father, Rick Steiner, on the show, and his name is Braun, B-R-O-N, Breaker with 2 Ks, which is one K short of
yeah. They should have just added one while they were at it.
Now that's a name.
Check this out. This is a video I got from RockaCon's YouTube channel.
We don't want any handouts. We don't want anybody breadcrumbing us. We don't want anyone telling us we can't make our own money
Breadcrumbing?
and give us what they want to give us. Yahar Gutierrez, is my LPs. Oisa Davis. Public service announcement, El Paso. We have some people in the court systems selling our children for $1. We have people in the 65th District Court. Let me say it again. Yahara Gutierrez. I bet you didn't think I was going to come back to haunt you like this, did you? You're not putting me in.
I have no idea where she is. Was this like an open mic night somewhere?
Is it Home Depot?
It looks like a bar or
Might be why
something.
she's suing them. She's suing them for bad acoustics.
Give my baby to a rapist was going to prove something.
Pardon?
You haven't read the Bible. Do you know what happens when you put God's people in a jail cell? Do you know what happens?
There are people there clapping.
When you persecute a prophet.
Well, she said, you know what happens when you put God's people in a jail cell. I think that's a good line for people that aren't listening to the rest of it.
I'm sorry, we can't incarcerate Christians?
No, they don't want to be incarcerated. It's persecution. It's one of the things they hate, that and colored people.
Do you know what happens when you touch the head or the hair of these people out here?
No.
The children of God.
What?
Do you know?
What does happen when you touch the head of the hair of these people?
Do they turn to salt? I haven't read the Bible recently.
I think it's a Lot's wife situation, yeah.
Yeah.
Boop. I haven't said anything that I thought I was going to say. But I'm saying what needs to be said right now. Justice is coming.
You hear the guys laughing in the back? Like, you hear this crazy bitch?
Is that
I like that guy.
Iron Sheik?
It could be.
We ain't out
Fuck
here
the
for
rock
no little
Nancy Shrew in the chat just said Tila Tequila vibes. That's exactly what I said.
Very much.
Only she's
the same.
Yeah,
Big
only
Diesel
she could do some damage though.
Big Diesel pointed out, well, I mean, Tila Tequila could do damage too. Like, all she needs
Who
is,
would win in a fight between her and Tila Tequila?
depends on what sort of weapon Tila Tequila
No
has.
weapons.
Well, that's not how crazy works, Ben. Sorry, no weapons. Okay, John Lennon is alive.
We have dominion.
Maybe he
God
is.
gave us dominion over this earth.
He's alive in Julian and Sean.
Big Diesel
Paul
pointed
McCartney's
out,
dead and has been for years.
R.I.P. Paul, the best Paul
It's
of all the
crazy
Beatles.
that Kurt Angle was dating this woman.
Well, I mean, let's be clear.
She was his rebound, right? From
Kurt Angle was severely addicted to Percocets.
Yeah. Kurt Angle fucks.
This is a
And he fucks.
He fucks. But Big Diesel pointed out that you forgot to play the feminist poetry slam intro.
Yeah.
The feminist slam poetry intro for this.
And after this video here where she says a little bit more, we'll go through The Rock's response because he made a response to this lawsuit.
I don't think he should have. This seems like something you
know.
should very much ignore. But also, did she say something earlier about someone giving her baby to a rapist?
Yes.
Yes. She
Okay.
believes that she was forced to have her children taken away from her, and it's like a weird conspiracy by the wrestling world, I think.
Sure.
a warning
yeah.
ticket after having a gun put to my head. Is the problem just the sheriff, or is the problem that the sheriff knows no one's going to hold them accountable? That's why I'm here to pronounce
I gotta say, I
judgment on the
fucking
courts.
love the repeated hair swoops.
Yeah, no, she's in it.
I mean, she's absolutely, dare I say, serving cunt.
Yeah, say what you want about her mental state, but her physical state is top tier.
Yeah.
The court is the head of the snake. The judges and the legislators are the head of the snake. The reason that the police and the sheriff think that they can get away with what they're doing is because we're sick at the top. When the head is sick, the whole body is going to go.
Now, Scott, you use the term serving cunt. That's what the kids say, right?
Yeah, I'm one of the kids.
What sort of dish do you serve cunt on?
Well, if you're eating healthy, like quinoa.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go fancy, maybe like a buttered noodle.
Would that be in like a bowl then? Like
yeah, you go bowl. You go
serve
cunt,
a bowl of.
cunt
So
bowl.
how
Yeah.
high is he from 1 to 10?
Well, let's look at his eyes.
Wherever he's at, it's sponsored by Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
When Raka-Khan is by far the more reasonable looking of your couple, something has gone awry.
Those are just a few experiences I've had in El Paso. I thank you guys
Where
for giving
folks
me a
know
chance
what
to
salsa
speak
should taste like.
with you today. In order
New
to hear
York
the rest,
City.
you have to buy the book. There's a lot more. I don't want to hold
The guy
you up
laughing in the background, I wish he would laugh after you or I said something funny.
No, he's laughing at her.
And or
she's
Asterios.
hilarious.
Because I want him to be our background laugh
Yeah,
guy.
I love that guy. That's my
Asterios,
guy.
I wish you were in the room right now because your timing.
Hold on. Did superstar Billy Graham die?
Yeah.
They took him off life support.
Or
Yeah,
or this morning.
Egghead,
in
you're
the last 24 hours,
slipping.
yes.
Egghead's done. DONE done.
Honestly,
They're calling Egghead the new superstar Billy Graham.
from the
Because
inception,
he is too sweet to be sour.
from the inception of the WWE title up until the Hogan era, Billy Graham's my favorite champion.
He's cool. I mean,
I had no idea until I started listening today to a bunch of his promos. I was like,
Hogan
look, I
ripped
knew
off
Hogan
of him.
stole a lot
Jesse
from him.
Ventura ripped off of him too.
Flair some.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah,
Flair
I
a little
didn't
bit
know
more from Buddy
everybody
Rogers.
Literally everybody. Like the wrestling
Yeah.
world would be different if not for Billy Graham.
Yep.
Now there's also Billy Graham, the religious leader.
Same
That's
guy.
where he got the
Same
name.
guy.
He's
Not the
been
same-
he's been
No,
lo-
it's the same guy, Ben. Look it up.
he's been long dead.
I killed him.
Yeah.
I'll say it on the podcast.
Yeah. Scott,
I murdered Billy Graham.
100 episodes, you get out of jail
In
free.
Minecraft.
I get a free murder admission
If you
per 100
guys,
eps, right?
if you guys are mad about him murdering Billy Graham, $20 will zap the shit out of this loser. Why did we let him into our country?
You got to remember which Billy Graham Scott murdered. It wasn't the cool one.
No.
Let's take a look at this article here. It's The Rock breaks like he probably just now got around to it.
Dude,
honestly, he
What
wasn't
a coward. Rock wouldn't address this sooner. You pussy.
Were you too busy bombing at the box office?
Were you too busy making a superhero movie for 9 fucking years?
That killed a studio?
Was it Black Adam?
Black Adam. It was like 9 years he was in that fucking pussy.
That's ridiculous.
And then when he finally busted, I went and saw it. You know what? I was like, this is not as miserable as every other DC movie I've sat through.
Yeah, it was okay.
And it still sucks. But it's not as miserable. I was like,
It
good
was
for
like
you,
made
Rock.
for airplane viewing. Like it should have been shot on a little tiny TV.
Yeah, you're
like for
on an
airplane.
You're sitting in your stupid economy seat, and you're like, "Fuck! I wish I could fly like the Black Adam can." This economy seat sucks. That's
I wish-
Black Adam is the one thing that makes an economy seat. Like you have dreams when you're sitting in economy. You're like, "Fuck yeah!"
So
Give me
Damn,
that
I wish
Black
I was a
Adam.
Black Adam.
Here's the meat and bones of it. It says former TNA and WWE wrestler Trenisha Biggers.
What? One more time?
Trenisha Biggers.
Okay. I misheard you the first time. I'm sorry.
Oh, you thought I said
Trebisha.
Narisha Biggers? Is that what you thought?
Who went by the ring
Yeah,
name
I
Raka
feel like
Oh.
there was definitely a misplaced N somewhere. I can't remember where.
Oh, who went by the ring name Raka Khan recently
name.
filed the court documents necessary to move forward with a $3 billion lawsuit that names Dwayne Johnson as one of the defendants in an alleged kidnapping, which inside the Magic covered previously. Who cares?
This is from Inside the Magic.
Yeah. But Biggers claims that Johnson and his business partner, Danny Garcia, ex-wife also, by the way,
Mother of his child.
What else did Biggers claim?
made plans to abduct her and her children in 2008. But no, honestly, she names them directly, saying like they had her held in a hotel.
Huh.
Why would they do that?
Because it's funny?
Here's the whole, like, we went through the list. There were fraternities and all that.
I think there was even more than I listed. I think there were like a couple other funny ones. Oh, the FBI.
Yeah.
I don't think I said that.
No, you did.
Oh, I did?
FBI came
Okay.
up. I remember the logo coming on the screen.
Good.
In the most recent development, Johnson and Garcia's counsel released a statement where they categorically deny any involvement in the alleged incident.
I do have the statement here.
We only kidnapped her a little bit. I think she's overreacting. Quotes Johnson.
Where's the actual statement?
Here he says, it's fitting your last name is Biggers because you couldn't have made a bigger thing about this kidnapping.
We did it.
Look at Asterios.
That was fun. That was fun for everyone.
My thing, my thought on this is the reason The Rock is responding is because he's trying to change the story around him from the idea that he was like an entitled and demanding box office failure. Like he'd rather talk about anything else.
Yeah. He's like, hey, let's get the heat off that for a let's do this crazy kidnapping thing.
My
for a
man
minute.
is one of the most successful homosexual men named Rock ever in Hollywood.
He's the second most successful gay rock in Hollywood history.
I'm proud of him.
Oh, Hudson. Oh, I get that.
If he can do the same character in 100 movies and make billions of dollars, do it.
While fucking men?
Do
Are
it.
you kidding me? Why wouldn't you?
He did that movie Walking Tall, and he did a rock bottom in the fight scene of the opener of the movie, and I turned it off and stopped watching.
Why? It was
And
good.
you like everything.
No, Ed, that was
you
good.
like
Walking
everything.
Tall was a good movie.
No, it wasn't.
So was The Rundown.
Was The Scorpion King too?
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, you did.
I did, yeah.
You're a fucking liar.
I did. But not when it was in theaters. I think I caught it on Netflix or
Then
something.
it doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't really count if it's on a fucking TV screen. So Dwayne Johnson is a target of serious allegations that necessitate a comprehensive investigation. It's crucial to keep in mind that they are merely accusations, and both sides have the right to produce their supporting documentation in a court of law. Even while the truth might not surface right away, it's critical that we continue to pursue justice and responsibility.
Look, there's good people on both sides.
There's good. Yeah, there's The Rock on one side, good people, and the kidnapped children on the other, good people.
Good people.
Who's in the middle?
Raka Khan.
No, the alleged rapist.
Raka Khan.
No, that's the mom, Ben.
Oh,
The Rock's wife.
Dude, if you're not gonna
Danny
do-
Garcia.
Danny
She
Gar-
is sketchy. She's like a bodybuilder now too. Did you ever see that?
I don't
She's
care
like
for that.
all ripped and shit.
She's
now.
trying to win
I
The
don't
Rock
trust
back with
it.
her masculine
Hercules.
physique.
To Black Adam, The Rock refuses to do an accent.
$10 more for another zap.
So like a couple came in earlier that didn't add to the total. Are they sent through a different
Yeah,
method?
those are super chats.
Why would The
keep
Rock,
sending that way.
Why would The Rock do an accent? Like, what's the point of The Rock doing an accent?
Well, because Black Adam's supposed to be from Kahndaq.
So? Who the people in Kahndaq can't talk
couldn't
like The
pull
Rock?
off- couldn't pull off a Kahndaq accent?
He's supposed
What
to
is it,
be-
Cumsock?
He should have.
One more time.
Cumsock?
Oh,
This is The
You know
Rock's
what?
ex-wife right
Good.
there.
Pass.
God damn.
Get out of here.
Collar
She looks like if AOC got ripped. Hey, I'm
I would
sorry.
like to
When
see
I'm
AOC go.
talking, I can't hear you guys. I'm going to try to turn myself down.
Oh, shit. Okay. See, that's a masculine-looking woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe he was going after Trinisha.
I fucked her.
Dwayne Johnson praises ex-wife. Incredible journey back to bodybuilding.
Thick. Back? Was she like this when he knocked her up?
I have
think
no
so.
idea.
Double fry all the way.
Double fry? I don't want a double fry.
Scott, you got the supersize me fries. Does it feel good?
No.
Does it feel good, governor?
So let's get it going.
Tickle, tickle.
What is it now? 20%?
And, oh,
15?
Put it. 15 seems
All right, 15.
reasonable. Now I got to push it a few times until it reconnects. So it's going to be a fun surprise for me when it does it. Because if I leave it too long, it doesn't go. I'm just going to keep on pressing it and see what happens.
Do. You have to move the little neck around?
Do I?
See if that
maybe
tickles the tootie?
I wish. I pray for you not
From-
to use that term again.
From the facts of life?
Just a little tootie.
Tootie got a little tootie.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and then you have the facts of life.
Okay, Ben.
What?
They don't say in the television theme song, you take it all. They say you take them both.
No.
It's not about...
You have
it's
to
not
take it all.
a sitcom about deep throating.
I heard Tootie takes it all.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
mean, you can get Tootie to do anything.
Little Tootie is a big throaty.
A little bit of candy, she'll do whatever. This is...
hold on.
This is the
Tech
story of
support.
a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. Now, while Scott's getting this set up, I'm going to tell I have many memories with Scott. And on his 100th episode, I'm going to tell some of my favorite Scott memories.
I like Scott memories.
One of my
Scott memories.
One of my favorite.
Do you want to show my tits on this
One
show?
of my favorite Scott memories is the left one.
Lefty.
I'm a big fan of the left one.
I like how earnestly you guys are working to electrocute.
To hurt me. Take it off.
You're going to have to put it back on him, Ben. because I had to put it on him earlier.
I'll figure it out this time.
One of my favorite Scott memories was we were at the Showbox Sodo. We were at the Showbox Sodo watching a live performance of Tim and Eric.
Yep.
And who jumped down on the crowd to dance with us? It was Tim Heidecker.
It was Tim goddamn Heidecker.
He came down to dance with us in the audience.
Yep.
It was we were just bobbing out with Tim in the audience. It was, and then John C. Reilly came out later, but he didn't dance with us.
Correct.
I kind of wish they all would have danced with us, but it was only Tim.
It was Tim. Was John C. Reilly there? He came
later that night. Yeah,
there was a Steve Brule at one of them.
He did the Steve Brule.
We had
gimmick.
we have a David Lieberhart.
All right,
the hits.
do it.
3, 2, 1. Oh, it went!
Oh, God.
I'd have to do twosies, don't I?
Oh shit, you do. Go ahead. It's rattling every time.
Ooh.
So Asterios, you're coming into the studio eventually to do this, right?
No.
It's so much fun, Asterios. You come here. I'll go there. We'll do a wife swap. Except I don't have one. So
we have other options.
We'll do a trading spaces. Was that the thing?
We have other options. If you don't want to get zapped, you can get a sloppy crackhead blowjob.
Yep.
You could give a sloppy crackhead blowjob. There's other options.
Yeah, you can get tiny.
These are approved Drunken Peasants fundraising methods.
No, that's true.
You get tiny kisses from Billy.
Yeah, you could sell Girl Scout cookies to me.
Tried and true. Can it be made colder in here?
Yeah, is there any way we could just start pouring ice down Scott's pants?
I'm hot.
Well, that's beside the point.
Something I like about this lawsuit, just kind of before we get all the way off it, is it's like so many people have tried to sue the WWE and kind of tried to sue wrestling in general for things that are crimes and should have been taken seriously.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like this one lawsuit is karmically making up for every time Vince McMahon has dodged jail for like killing his wrestlers, giving them steroids,
covering up their killings.
Contracts.
Yeah.
You know kayfabe's strong when you can use it to cover up a murder.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that guy, he's a savage. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
He definitely didn't kill his mistress. Anyway, see you later, officer.
He can't be true.
Oh no, Scott, it's Egghead who will not follow you on Twitter till this day.
Well, to this day, but until this day, is he following me now? Let's see. Let's see what Crazy Payne is up to. Let's
gotta look into that book bag.
Crazy Payne, what, 93?
Yes.
Which is that his birth year? Which is
yes.
Shocking because he looks like 53 years old.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. He does a lot of worrying.
He's been through a lot.
He does a lot of worrying.
He might have me blocked. Crazy Payne 93 does not come up on a search for me.
Oh, Egghead, you have.
Oh no, he doesn't have me blocked. He doesn't have me blocked, but he is in fact not following me, and my feelings are in fact hurt. So I don't know if that's fine.
He wants to put a tens unit on you.
My 100th episode is ruined. That's fine.
Oh, Egghead!
Wow, how could you do that?
That's fine. It's no big deal. I don't
wish him a happy
it's fine.
100th episode, Egghead, please.
You want to stop the show?
Come on, Egghead.
Should we stop the show?
We should probably. We should stop the show
Because of Egghead?
Yeah, this is.
Yes.
Oh, he just did it.
Oh, he said happy 100th.
Yep.
Well, that changes everything. Today's going to be a good day.
Now kiss.
Lane Staley.
No.
So, I plead the blood of Jesus over my
This is another RockaCon video.
myself right now.
Yahara Lisa Gutierrez is one of the bad guys in her story.
This judge over my family law case.
I would
billboard
kind
here.
of love to be the kind of person who starts filming a billboard and crying. Yeah, like that's like
perfectly sane.
That's going to be my hot new look for summer.
It's crazy
is
how
crying
far.
at billboards.
It's crazy how far this lawsuit has even gotten.
Yeah,
it should be thrown out, but apparently
maybe it's legit. Have we considered that?
Have we?
Chris Benoit.
I mean, it
I think we
survived
should.
initial legal scrutiny.
Exactly.
What if Chris Benoit faked his death so he could sell his child? into the same slave ring he sold the Rock's Tanisha baby killer thing to. I don't know the actual details of all this. I don't know who's responsible other than Yahara Lisa Gutierrez.
The thing that I'm wondering is, because the thing is, like, if you start saying, like, kids, they kidnap kids, like, QAnon will just, like get right behind you. It's like, I wonder if these two Amtrak trains have collided yet.
I made up a child and told people that it was kidnapped so I could get the affections of the QAnon crowd.
So you've got like fake Munchausen by proxy.
He has Jussie Smollett QAnon cred.
Yeah, I said they stole my son.
So
yeah, my hot non-trans son.
This says that
'Cause I gotta appeal to QAnon, right?
Of course.
They don't want trans, but they want the kids to be hot. They don't want ugly
They want
kids.
the kids to be hot and stolen. Those are like the two big hot, stolen, and ideally eaten at the end of it.
Yeah, and cis-born. They're
obs.
They're weird.
Look at the allegations that Johnson and Garcia, The Rock and his ex-wife,
Biggers alleges that Johnson and Garcia sent 3 men.
Can we call her something else? It makes me uncomfortable every time.
Raka Khan alleges that Johnson and Garcia sent 3 men who forcibly removed her from her house in Tampa, Florida. She claims she was taken to a hotel in Miami, Florida, and abused both physically and mentally while being confined there. She alleges that both Johnson and Garcia threatened to harm her if she did not obey their demands. Some other defendants named in the lawsuit are the state of Texas, the El Paso Child Protective Services, Chipotle, Scott Henson.
Well, I mean,
you know who they didn't mention.
She's
though?
right to be suing.
Do you know who they didn't mention?
Shirley Temple. Who?
There was someone that Scott didn't mention it earlier, and none of these articles have mentioned, but.
Well, you said you had some big news, bigger than these ratings, I presume.
Yes, this could affect the future of all of us here in the periphery of the Cornette Empire, my family, everybody. I'm being sued, Brian. I am being sued in a court of law, even. As a matter of fact, the U.S. District Court, Southern
Would you mind
District of New
pausing for
York.
a second? I would like to just be the first person to reference Stephen P. New.
If you want to sue.
First. Exactly, that's the thing. There's no way Stephen P. New is going to destroy this lady.
I don't understand your references because in Canada, it's not the case that every second commercial is for lawyers and every other second commercial
It's one
is
of
for drugs.
it's one of Cornette's sponsors.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Those are badasses up there. They don't play around.
By the way, my favorite DP guest of all time, Jim Cornette, where he cut a 2.5-hour heel promo on us.
Here's why you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was like, "This is the worst show I've ever been on." Like, he said it a bunch of times, but he never left. It's like, well, you can leave if you want. If you don't like it.
It's the worst though.
Yep.
I'm going to stick around.
And you know who's suing me?
Is it Riho?
It is not Riho. It is
Riho, the 80-pound Japanese woman wrestler,
who a bunch of people like anti AEW people said that like Kenny Omega was abusing when she was underage. I'm like, hey guys, Kenny Omega's gay as shit. he's not doing it. No, he's gay as hell.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not touching any of them girls?
No, not a once.
He claims to be bi. Scott is throwing doubt on that claim.
I looked up bi in the dictionary and it said see gay.
This is a much bigger name in the professional wrestling industry.
Who would in the Southern District of New York? That's what makes it an interesting play there.
It is not WWE Hall of Famer Donald fucking President Pig shit Trump.
Yeah. Fucking Jim Cornette hates Donald Trump.
I
so
always
much.
really enjoy people with Southern accents not liking Trump.
Yeah.
It's not often, but it's always fun when it happens.
Is it from your outside of wrestling activities with recognized organized crime figures?
No, I have no memory of any of that.
I'd like to know more about that, though.
But I'll tell you, because you're not going to get it, because nobody's going to get it, because when I say...
Congratulations, Drake Dragsaw. You should be sending that through Streamlabs to Zap the Kitty.
the name, people are going to say who?
He graduated.
Raka Khan. Raka Khan is suing me in a court of law in the United States District Court, the Southern District of New York.
It's in the Southern District of New York too. Like all this shit went down.
Is that
in
where
Florida and in New Mexico?
Is that where Paul Giamatti works on Billions? I feel like he's a Southern District lawyer.
WNBC.
WNBC.
Lady in the Water.
That's what the
finest work.
offense is.
Big fat liar.
Conspiring to kidnap her and her children.
Oh my God. What have you done?
Is it possible that her and her children were asking for it?
I mean, post Me Too, no.
But in like 2000.
Yeah, 2012 when this happened? 2008
Like
when this happened?
Obama administration?
Oh, women and children were asking for it all the time back then.
100%,
That's why Epstein got away with it in 2003.
Okay, Drake Dragsaw said, I have to clear up this misinformation.
Oh, yeah, about Drake Dragsaw?
Yeah, what Drake
yeah, not
Dragsaw-
about the whole child molestation being cool thing?
Drake Dragsaw says YouTube is cheaper. No, our minimum donation amount is $2. And we get to keep all of those $2. You give us $2 through YouTube, and they take 30% of that.
I'm glad we're clearing up what's important here. Now back to the child molestation.
Hey, if you want to get
But
back,
happy graduation.
yeah,
You're legal now. We don't want you.
Yeah.
100 episodes, Scott.
We did it.
Tonight's the one.
Cracky, exactly. But I'm not alone.
We got Jeff Holiday canceled last time. Tonight we're going down.
I should have done my 100th in blackface.
Yeah, Asterios should just have black screen on.
You know what I can do? I can take a wine cork and singe the tip of it.
Oh, a little burnt cork.
Yeah.
Little burnt cork, little shoe
You want me to do
polish. Mix it up.
No.
No? Okay.
Billy, you're on board with this?
You're fine, Asterios.
Hold on, though. You were just laughing about it, though.
I have the whitest DNA in the world.
Then why were you being attacked by Cozy TV the other night?
Attacked? No, they wanted me on the team.
Oh, they were recruiting.
Yeah.
Have been involved in this thing.
I got a DM now that Leafy is on Rumble. They're like, come join us.
Your
white
best friend
brethren.
Leafy?
No.
You've made so many good friends on the internet.
Yeah, I have a lot of white.
Leafy, Onision,
Martin
Shkreli, all the hits.
Yeah, no, I know tons of people that should probably be
Ben
in
from
jail.
the Drunken Peasants.
Yeah.
There
Ben.
must have been a whistleblower. There's been some kind of blowing going on in this thing.
Got her.
Is one of her kids named Rufus? I like the idea of it being Raka Khan and Rufus.
Well,
By the way,
that's a nice reference. I like that guy.
Brian Last. He's Jim Cornette's co-host. He's really good.
I'm gonna make him Brian first.
And in a moment here, he looks up what Raka Khan looks like, and he's like, "Oh, she's fine. I'm on her side." Is basically what he does later on.
Let me back up. I said a lot of people would go, "Who?" If you have been a wrestling fan for more than 15 years, you might have seen this lady. Raka Khan, that's the name she used in Impact, TNA. She was with TNA in 2000.
He says that he likened her to like Grace Jones as a wrestler.
That was like the vibe they were going for.
Yeah, only better hair.
You can't say that about a black woman in America.
You can't touch it.
I liked her hairstyle better than Grace Jones. I don't give a fuck.
2008 to 2009. And
What a
I don't
career.
know what other name she used. Apparently she went to the Diva Search in 2005 and went to
me
Deep
too.
South, and they released her shortly there.
They released her in Deep South. Just pointing that out.
Damn, before it was like even good developmental.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't calling up everybody.
They weren't.
You think of who they called up in that era. They were hitters.
They had some hitters.
Like how many people got called up from that era that failed? Mordecai? Was he there?
Oh God, the White Undertaker.
White Undertaker.
I mean, and I obviously they're both white guys, but I mean like
No, Undertaker is coded as black.
Yeah,
he's a ginger.
Undertaker.
Mark Calloway.
Undertaker has spent enough money at strip clubs that he's now a person of color.
Yeah.
Damn.
After, and then she apparently got an Impact for about a year, and then she was apparently in that Lucha Libre USA for about a year, and then
So were the Kendricks.
But here is the thing. She has sued me for this, and also, would you like to hear the other
Everyone does this, like
that I
run
have
down
been
the list.
I mean,
with
it's a
in
great
this
list. I think this has more, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
lawsuit, kidnapping.
This is a list you want to be on.
Yeah. This is my kind of list.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the Maddox Sue list.
No.
You don't want to be on that.
I mean, the thing is, like, I think the interesting thing about this is, like, well, a court in New York, like, it survived a motion to dismiss in a court in New York, which, like, just goes to show, like, how dumb our fucking judges are. Like, the judge let my lawsuit, like,
it was in New York.
Months and months and months.
Was it like the guy who sued you lived in another state, but he sued you in New York, right?
Yes, he sued a bunch of people in New York who had no connection to New York, and the lawsuit survived for a surprisingly long time. Like, New York is a state that, like, gives a lot of leeway to litigants because there's a shitload of corporations here, and corporations want to be able to go into a lawsuit and sue some poor person into oblivion.
It's fun.
I mean,
I blame Paul Giamatti. Pig vomit.
Pig vomit. You know, his real name was Pig Virus, but they made him change it to Vomit for the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like a big Stern head, and yeah,
I like Pig Vomit better.
Yeah, he would call him Pig Virus, but they were like, well, we don't like the virus thing, so change it to Vomit.
What does Pig Virus even mean? H1N1?
This was way before H1N1. This would have been like late 80s.
Isn't it a play on swine flu?
I don't think so.
I feel
because
like this would have come before swine flu.
This was late 80s.
I'll have you know,
90s.
swine flu has been around since the early 1900s.
Swine flu was invented in a lab in Wuhan, China.
Oh my God! I'm moving on. Yeah.
No?
to kidnap her and her children.
But that's sweet and sour swine flu.
Oh, pardon me. You're right.
Co-defendants. Would you like to hear this list?
Yeah, let me hear it, because I'm looking at pictures of her, and she's fine, so maybe I'm on her side.
That's honestly how I do anything. That's why I was behind Amber Heard for so long, until she ugly cried on stand.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you're out.
sorry.
No, Team
I'm
Johnny.
Dunzo.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. You know, and by the way, folks, if you want to Google her, she's a very tall, statuesque lady. I believe, as I remember, she was probably about 6'2". Not a plump woman, more like if Grace Jones became a pro wrestler. But anyway,
she looks much better than Grace Jones.
Well, but she's tall and her legs go all the way to the ground. That was her main attribute, as I recall. But anyway, would you like to hear my co-defendants?
I like her boots.
This is almost going to sound like a West Shore home spot. I have been
I think you should get one with her legs closed.
The state of Texas, the El Paso
covered.
Child
There's
Protective
children watching.
Services, the
Kidnapped
FBI,
children. There's kidnapped
the Las
children
Cruces,
watching.
New Mexico Police Department, the NYPD.
So Las Cruces is right near El Paso, Texas. It's like they're like 2 hours away from each other.
I was very proud of myself for correctly pronouncing Las Cruces because I was cold reading the list, and I feel like I should have got like some sort of
Good job.
trophy for it.
Because
or
you are
something.
Canadian, so you're like twice removed from that shit.
I don't know from Las Cruces,
Right.
but I fucking got it.
You're also intelligent. That's the difference.
I guess that is the difference.
Yeah.
D, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, New York ACS, I'm not sure, Omega Psi-Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Was she just
multiple fraternities.
So
PS.
so what happened with the fraternities?
She probably got raped there when she was in college.
They
What?
are
No?
naming off a bunch of parties that are guilty of many things.
Yeah.
All these people have done.
All of these people and entities should be sued.
Yeah, this could be a karma lawsuit.
Yeah.
She might win because she's serving cunt and karma.
Not to be confused
Contarma?
not to be confused with the wrestler Karma, who was Amazing Kong, who went to WWE
Yeah.
and then
Awesome Kong.
and then both,
And then Glow.
and then Glow.
And she proved she was actually a really good actor.
Yeah, she was really good actually.
She was so. I
She
remember,
got released because she had a mental breakdown, right?
She
from WWE.
She
Yeah.
Fake pregnant.
Yeah, let's be clear. Not a wrestling storyline. Faked a pregnancy and miscarriage.
Yep.
Yeah, which is not as bad as faking your children
part
being
of
kidnapped and raped.
It was part of the
And not as
storyline,
bad
though.
as giving yourself a
She
miscarriage.
took to the mic and announced, "I can't do this match because I'm pregnant."
Yeah.
On WWE TV.
But she had told everyone for real
Yeah.
she was pregnant, and they're like, "Okay, I guess we'll tell everyone you're pregnant." And she's like, "Deal." And they're like, "But then you'll have a baby in 9 months, right?" She's like, "Oh, I didn't think that far."
And I think this is a testament. This is a testament to women and their small brains not realizing that kayfabe isn't legit.
I want to see you,
almost
wrestle Awesome
ruined
Kong.
this material via coffee spit from me.
There's
for
never
your
once
small
been a
brain.
woman in wrestling that understood that kayfabe was fake.
I want to
That's true.
see.
They all think it's
They
real.
all believe it.
I want to see Billy versus Awesome Kong.
I would love to see Billy versus
In a
Awesome Kong.
porno?
Sure.
You guys are like the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I probably have a bigger.
I don't
slit.
know if that's true.
I saw her wrestle Seth Rollins and mop the floor with him. So there you go. There it is.
Ben also doesn't understand kayfabe is fake.
What?
Yeah, but no, but it's really cute the way he doesn't understand.
Yeah, I heard Seth Rollins is going to be in a new Marvel movie. I think he's going to be in the Captain America.
Hold on,
yeah.
did we get another zap? Did we earn another
How
zap?
can he zap
when
Because it moved.
How can she zap?
Hold on.
We did get another
How
20
could you
money
zap?
on the honey.
When that-
We got Seth Looks.
Did we miss
this
something?
No, it wasn't Seth Looks. Was
When did
it?
that even
I have to
come in?
refresh.
It must have not
Was
have
that-
alerted.
was that like a
Honestly,
stealth
They
20?
probably used some sort of slur that we've gotten away with live, but doesn't work in the
Nice.
Streamlabs.
They said more fried feline, please.
What?
I don't
Manny T. Mac
care for
and
that.
Chi.
Yeah. So there you go. Are you going to move up the intensity of it or what?
Like, well, with that tone of voice, I guess I have to now.
Yes.
Jesus. Are you going to move it up or what? Jesus, Scott. There, 20, which I think is the highest setting, right? Doesn't it go higher than
I think
20?
it goes to
up to
100.
I noticed there's a 0 in front of the 20, but I'm pretty sure 20
We got
is
the
as high
one
as
that
it
would
goes.
have one for every episode you've done.
Now it's going to be another. It's all because I don't know if it's off for too long. It like has to come back to life. What did you do, or did you do anything, Ben? Or it just
I moved the receiver and the control closer together.
Yeah,
And,
rub it against your neck. Let your cock meat hang
I can't
out.
wait to. Oh!
There you go.
He was
Well,
trying to...
as I was saying, I can't wait to surprise myself with when this works, and it was then.
Ain't that a surprise?
Oh, that
You know, before the show started, we were like, "Oh, we're gonna get dinner after the show," and then we said Fat Shack, but we're like, Billy will not eat Fat Shack because he's keto.
Fat Shack
true.
has done a number on you in the past, and
Oh,
I wouldn't want to.
It was one of the first things that I really
fell off the wagon.
Really decided I was done dieting with.
It was a big relapse spot, and I don't.
And
want
Asterios
to,
doesn't know Fat Shack. You know, it's so weird because like Scott lives near us, but because of the imaginary line on the map, he doesn't
have parallel, bitch.
Yeah. Like he only lives like a couple hours away from us, but he like only comes here on occasion. But he eats at Fat Shack almost every time he comes here.
I mean,
it's like the New
good.
Jersey grease trucks kind of stuff. You know what that is?
My understanding of Fat Shack is it's one of those places that just shoves French fries where they don't belong.
100%.
And it sounds incredible to me.
100%.
Now, another Scott memory. We were at Rutgers College with the grease trucks.
New Brunswick, New Jersey.
New Brunswick, New Jersey. And we went, and one of the sandwiches on the menu was the fat fellatio.
Yes.
What?
I think it had Alfredo in it.
I think it
And
was
French fries.
It was a big hoagie with like cheesesteak, chicken fingers, jalapeno poppers, mozzarella sticks, marinara sauce, and cum.
Did you say New Brunswick, Ontario?
Yeah. No, New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh,
He said
okay,
New Jersey.
okay.
Also, there's no
immediately.
New Brunswick, Ontario. New
I'm pretty
Brunswick
sure there is.
It's a province. It's its own fucking thing.
There's
Get
a
outta
town in
here.
Ontario called New
There's
Brunswick.
a town.
No.
There's a town right next to
you
Ontario.
can't have a town that's also named a state. What? There's a Washington City somewhere. What? In the District of Columbia?
Oregon is one of our cities we have here. We have Oregon right
No,
down below us.
bullshit.
We consider anybody near us another city. Idaho, Montana, those are cities
Those
near
cities.
Seattle. Vancouver, BC is a city near Seattle.
That's true.
The Shirley Police Department. Surely you're not going to sue
Where
the
is
Shirley
the Shirley Police
Shirley,
Department?
New York?
I don't know.
Hey, I want to congratulate everybody here on the podcast for not making the Shirley joke when the
Billy,
Shirley Police Department.
I was fighting it.
Asterios, were you hurting inside, trying not to do it too? Because I was.
And don't call me Shirley.
Yeah.
I just. I'm glad we all didn't. Like, I didn't even like contemplate doing
I
it.
very much contemplated.
And I was like, dude, there's too much gas here tonight. If I do this, I'm gonna look like a fucking asshole. I'm glad Jim Cornette did it. You fucking asshole. I'm going to sit on Drunken Peasants podcast for 2 hours and talk down these boys, and then about 7 years later, I'm going to make a Shirley joke. Well, fuck you. Who won? DP again.
Got his ass.
We wrote the manual on how to get blocked on Twitter by Jim Cornette. Just... Our friend Tommy C did it after we told him how to get blocked. He did it, and he got blocked, like, instantly. Just say... that the Midnight Express are not as good as what's the other?
Was it the Super Kick Twins?
The Rock and Roll Express?
No, the new guys, the
Matt and
Young
Trey
Bucks?
Parker.
FTR?
Yeah, Matt and Trey Parker. The Young Bucks? Or
the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Say the Young Bucks are better than the Midnight Express, or he also did a fried chicken on a moped across Ethiopia, which is what got him fired from NWA.
Which was bullshit.
It was bullshit.
Number one, it was taped, and it went through like a lot of stages before it went to TV, and everyone thought it was fine. Secondly, it wasn't a racist joke; it was a starvation in Africa joke.
Right. In Africa, it's not fried chicken.
The food he used was fried chicken because he's from the South, and I believe that's all.
He's from Kentucky.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they don't even have fried chicken in Ethiopia.
Not really.
Yeah.
So that's hilarious because it makes Jim Cornette look like a fucking idiot that would make the Shirley joke.
Yeah. Which I almost did.
Who was
Midnight Express, though, honestly, objectively better than the Young Bucks.
Who was the guy that got
They're very
fired
different teams,
live on Monday Night Raw for making a Kobe Bryant?
You're only doing that because you're active these days. You don't want to piss off the wrong people. I get it, Scott.
My best friends, the Young Bucks. I have shared a locker room with them.
There you go.
I've shared a fucking groupie with them.
They're not as good as the Midnight.
We
like
went family style on one of these
maybe
kidnapped
not.
daughters.
They're the best team of the last 15 years.
Bobby Eaton.
Bobby Eaton's awesome. Don't get me wrong.
And you said he was like on par with Ric Flair.
He was.
So like the Young Bucks, neither of them are Ric Flair.
1970s
caliber.
wrestling couldn't hold a stick to the undercard of 2023 wrestling.
Another hot take from Belly of the Fridge.
The only thing those guys had back then was the ability to draw an arena.
And everything else.
The rest of it.
Everything else was pedantic.
Is there another Shirley?
I mean, there must be plenty of Shirleys, but back to your list.
Sigma Phi Epsilon, Suffolk County, New York, The Rock.
The whole county.
Wait, The Rock, that's what it says? Not Dwayne Johnson.
What if this entire time she was suing the Sean Connery film?
She's suing Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I feel like she was just like driving to universities and getting gangbanged in the frat house. Like, is that what was? Look at Asterios. Like,
oh, big eyes. A real
We don't have to say everything we think.
Also,
Yeah, maybe you should go back to doing the Shirley joke.
The
There's
Miz
four
and
of us
Maurice.
here. There's four.
Hey.
Please continue. Sorry.
Current Impact Wrestling star Heath Slater, Heath Miller. I'm sorry, I only knew
Keith
Heath
Miller.
Slater. Heath Miller.
Keith Miller.
WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella.
I knew
boo!
it.
Oh,
I had my
sorry.
suspicions about
The
that.
worst Bella.
Both of them are pretty bad, though.
Yeah, but one married Danielson, one married Cena.
I wonder which one.
She didn't even marry Cena.
She didn't marry him. That's right. Because he wouldn't marry anyone, and then he went and married the next chick he fucked.
Some girl from Vancouver, actually.
My mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, she's hot.
Yeah. And she's still married to my dad, so it's weird.
Nikki Bella. What's
But
steal
apparently-
children?
Apparently
It's
not
bigamy.
Brie. She was not a part of this. She would never come to the meetings. The late Chris Benoit.
I'm sorry. Would you mind pausing just one second?
Sorry
I just
to
want
laugh.
to make sure. She sued Nikki, but not Bree.
Yep.
Nikki
Yeah.
knows what she did.
Yeah.
This is
What does that not bolster my theory that Brie is the better Bella? not getting sued by Raka Khan, married to the dated the better wrestler.
Her boobs are real too.
Realer tits.
It depends on what you value. Like in the entertainment industry, I think Nikki Bella is the better Bella.
Honestly, the first time I saw the Bellas, they looked exactly the same to me. And then Nikki got boobs.
They diverged.
Well, Nikki got the fake boobs, and that's
Yeah.
how I could tell them apart. I'm like, oh, the one with the giant boobs now.
That's why they did it, so you could tell them apart.
I could always tell them apart because there was one that Daniel Bryan would beat the shit out of me for touching.
Yes.
I was like, that must be Brie.
Do you think he could beat the shit out of you?
Daniel Bryan? No, I was joking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I've never molested his wife.
There's still time.
Skirting up to the line.
Oh no, it's Scott's 100th episode.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Honestly, right here, right now, my goal is to get Asterios to go off the camera, and he hasn't done it yet. So, I know I'm good. Asterios is the canary in the coal mine. It's not my goal. It's that's how I know I've gone too far.
My goal is to get Asterios re-sued by Maddox.
Did Jesus wear a yarmulke?
No one did at the time.
Damn it. He knows stuff.
No, it wasn't a thing at the time.
Yeah,
would Jesus wear a
You guys are all
yarmulke?
thankfully you guys are all talking so fast and you're all talking over each other. When one of you says something horrible, the other one
Luckily,
immediately
it's sort of
gangbangs
drowned.
a different joke that they
Yes.
had in their head, and it's like very convenient for me.
We're wolves.
They're calling it the perfect crime.
It's like 3 Tasmanian devils.
Asterios, what's your favorite Greek cuisine?
I really like
souvlaki.
I don't know if it's ours. Oh no, I mean look, it's all great, but
all
what's that
3 ingredients
thing?
they use?
Baklava.
Baklava.
It's got 1,000 layers of phyllo.
See, that's the thing. Asterios ate a bunch of like weed chocolates because he's obsessed with sweets.
Oh my god, I can't.
And he ended up paying like a $4,000 bill for it,
Which is great because if you wouldn't,
That's a real thing?
because regular
He
chocolates are
thought-
cheaper than weed chocolates.
So his fiance had some of these candies that they were under the impression are CBD. You can eat a bunch of CBD and you're not going to get high.
Sure.
They ended up being Delta 8. He thought Delta 8 and CBD were the same thing. Delta
No.
8
Delta 8 is just it's weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
So
weed.
he was like, I want candy. That's how he explained it to us. And he ate all of them and
Nice.
then took an ambulance to the hospital.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
You have no idea how much of my day is spent arguing with health insurance companies about my ambulance
About
ride
your
bill.
weed overdose.
Yeah, because what I did was
Chocolate overdose.
Yeah.
I did manage to get officially medically documented that I had an abnormally high heart rate.
Okay.
And so I'm using that. I'm like, I didn't go to the hospital for eating a bunch of weed like a man child. My heart rate
like
was
a dumb
abnormally
baby. I was
high. You
having
have-
a heart attack.
Exactly. And of course, my heart rate is abnormally high because I think I'm going to die because
Sure.
I ate 10 weed.
Because you ate
gummies.
100 weeds. Well, I hope you beat those bastards in Washington.
Have you heard about the safe, Scott?
I'm well familiarized with the
Okay.
safe. I think it's mean. I
It's a
think Asterios should be
thumbprint-only
able
safe.
to
It's-
have whatever he
I
wants.
love how it had to be a thumbprint safe because he'll sit there all night
and
like,
crack the safe. you absolute degenerate.
I mean, one night, like this was a couple of months ago, like I had a horrible relapse where like I was depressed. Like whenever, like the danger is always like when my fiance goes out of town, I get sad, and when I get sad, I turn to substances. Sure. And so I was ordering like a bunch of tacos at like 1 a.m.
I did that
And
the
there
other
was-
night.
Oh no, of course. But like, here's the thing you probably didn't do.
I shit myself.
There was a little box that you could check. It was like, would you like to add a margarita to this to be delivered to your house?
Oh, they don't have that
And
here.
Yeah, they did that in New York as like a COVID thing. Like it was to help the restaurants out. And so I got 64 ounces of margaritas delivered to my house, and I got so drunk.
64,
that
you say?
64 ounces.
That's a good
232
deal
ounce
of.
ones.
That's a good deal of margarita.
It was 64 ounces for. I'm not kidding. It was 64 ounces for $64.
I mean, that's a deal you can't pass up.
It was so much. And
Asterios, I want to hang out with you so bad. You should come here.
I can't. If I hang out with you guys, I will certainly relapse.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Asterios, what if we go to a
I have shrooms too.
What if we go to a yoga retreat where it's just meditation and
shrooms,
no
and
drugs,
How about a little
no
bit of
alcohol,
shrooms?
and we just get
And
together as
shrooms.
boys and we wear towels and sit
But there
in the
might be
sauna.
shrooms there too.
And then we go to the Nordic Lodge buffet afterwards.
And then hold on, that's not here.
I know we're gonna have to go to the East Coast.
We're going to Rhode Island.
We're going to Rhode Island.
All right.
I would love to do some sort of healthy thing
With
you. That
shrooms?
would be nice. But listen, bottom line, long story short, I grabbed a hammer and I smashed the safe open.
Oh my god!
I clawed the claw part of I clawed the claw part of the hammer in between like the lips of the safe, and then I kept smashing this
don't call
hammer.
it the lips.
No, it's
the labia of the safe.
We all must make an agreement to never call it the lips
The
of
safe
the
labia.
safe.
Hey, do you remember this shit from middle school? You want to do that? You remember that?
Anyway, I apologize. Continue, Asterios. Just don't call it the lips.
The interface between the two safe.
In her
between the
face?
two- Yeah, so like I jammed the hammer in there and I kept pounding it against the ground until it smashed open and weed went everywhere.
It was
And then-
the world's most difficult weed pinata.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And then I start going crazy on weed, and then I had to buy an exact replica of that safe.
Oh my god! So no one would be the wiser.
Well, but obviously the fatal flaw with this plan is, well, I didn't know the original combination.
Yeah.
Happy 100 Scoot.
Fuck.
Here's one on me.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, nobody special. When Ben comes in, he'll have to full screen you until then.
Or we
enjoy-
could,
enjoy it.
we could just like not tell Ben.
Actually, I'm cool with that. We'll steal from the audience. I'm fine. Let's go. You guys need to sue us with
The system works.
Tanisha Biggers.
Add us to the lawsuit.
Rockacon lawsuit. Let's go. Yeah, Asterios. Sorry I interrupted your weed pinata heist.
No, I'm having such trouble hearing. Like I can either hear myself talking or I can hear you guys. It's I don't know what's wrong, but that's what happened. Oh my god, it was horrifying, and it was so embarrassing. I had to go to my fiance and be like, "I got a new safe. I need
did
you
it
to program
again."
the old combination into it." Because I busted it open after getting a bunch of fucking. After spending $64 on margaritas one night like an absolute asshole.
$64 is not that much to spend on margaritas.
$1 an ounce is an amazing deal, actually.
Did we get another 20?
I don't think so. I don't remember. seeing
Yeah, I
anything.
think we
I
did.
don't know about
There we
that.
go.
I don't know.
Do it.
Again, the attitude. Are we going to 25?
Well, it's the era of attitude.
Oh, it's the attitude era, you say?
Yeah.
Good to know.
The DP
Now,
attitude era.
Are you going to work first time or going to be difficult? You're not going to work first time. But it's going to be
Another moment I shared
fun
with Scott.
surprise.
Another fun moment I shared with Scott. We were
like
at
fun
a
moments.
a wrestling event, and there was a fans bring the weapon match. I think.
Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with fans bring the Deppins.
Yeah. and somebody brought a live lobster.
Yes.
Oh,
and
no.
duct taped it to their arm.
I don't like that.
And
Did
hit
a lariat
somebody with a lariat. And afterwards, we felt so bad that we held a funeral for
held
Pinchy the lobster.
We held a funeral for Pinchy.
It was so fucked.
Yeah.
It was so fucked. We almost ate him, but like he was pretty.
He was pretty
mush.
smashed.
Yeah.
Turns out when you tape a lobster to your arm and then hit another human being as hard as you can with that, there's not a great deal left of the lobster.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
It would like the what was collected for the funeral was not.
It was smithereens.
Was
You
not
guys are bumming everybody out
a
right
great
now.
percentage of
Good.
Pinchy.
And the worst thing about it was they didn't do a butter spot. They should have had a hot butter spot.
They should have done it. But that match also had an oar with
Was it golf tees taped to it?
Golf tees glued to it. Point out, obviously, that spelled the word fuck.
It was the fuck.
It was
or.
the fuck or.
Yeah, no, it
and
was
someone
pretty-
got smashed in the head with it.
That was pretty sick.
It was pretty sick.
I'm not proud of those moments.
I am a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
What was the beverage of choice that week? Was there something good that you were drinking? Scott really likes like interesting beverages.
I enjoy a special edition flavor of soda.
Ever since Mountain Dew started putting
That
out like,
peep shit looks so gross, dude.
was it Cheerwine? Cheerwine, I think
Could have
was,
been Cheerwine.
I think Cheerwine was
rockin' Cheerwine.
I think Cheerwine was the flavor
the
of
year
the trip.
before. I can tell you for a fact was berries and cream Dr Pepper.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Sounds delicious.
The first and I believe to date only new flavor of Dr Pepper that didn't just taste like Dr Pepper, because there's like cherry Dr Pepper. Guess what, motherfucker? There's already cherry in Dr Pepper. Vanilla Dr Pepper. What the fuck are you doing?
I'll tell you what. We figured this out the other night.
You
that-
biggered this out. I got him.
Are you drunk? Are you drinking?
I did have a 9.1% cider.
Yeah. They are pretty strong.
Okay.
And he doesn't normally drink.
I do normally
they are
drink,
pretty strong.
but
And there's,
I don't normally
There's
get
like an
drunk.
elephant graveyard of cans. Over there.
Well, some of us we're a little more further along.
Scott's like, yeah, I had one. And
I had
Ben's
one.
like, they are pretty strong.
Ben's got a bathtub full of them.
How was that Zappe? Hope you be a man and
Oh,
crank it up.
damn.
More tough guy Scott. LOL JK love ya sweet boys.
I hope you guys be a man
take
and
your
crank
time
up
with
the
it, and I
donos
still
tonight.
have loads of work, and the cameos will be the final touches to the show.
Nice.
I still
That'll
have
be
loads
exciting.
too for you.
Surely.
He said threaten. No. No.
Ah. Asterios.
Oh, I just remembered
Thank you
what
for
I was going
telling
to
that
say.
story.
Fago has Rock and Rye, which we established the other night is basically what's that called?
Cheerwine?
Cheerwine.
I think that's what we.
It's the Fago version of Cheerwine.
It reminded me of Cheerwine.
Yeah,
when you brought
Rock
it
and
up.
Rye is a complicated.
Have you had it?
soda. I have had it.
Okay.
Joe
Joe knew what it was because he lived in Michigan.
So Fago. The one good thing to come from COVID was Canada, for some reason, was inundated with every flavor of.
Did
Faygo.
you say inundated?
Yeah, it's Canadian for inundated.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. You guys, you talk funny.
Would you guys leave poor drunk Scott alone? He's trying to tell a story.
He had one of these beers that Ben's had 7 of. The man says inundated because he's obviously inebriated.
I don't doubt for a second that that's how Canadians say it.
It is.
Yeah,
And
I
you've
knew
hurt-
it.
And you've hurt my feelings.
And they say again instead of again.
Nah, I don't like again.
I've heard Chris Jericho say it.
But he does it for effect. I
No,
think.
it's
But
Dude,
also, he
you-
married a lady who stormed the Capitol, so who knows?
You
what he's
didn't
up to.
claim JJ as one of your own too.
No,
He says a boot. He like straight up says a boot.
He's faking for attention.
He also says around instead of around.
Okay, that's not even a thing. That's just a just a brain injury.
He lives in the same area you do.
Yeah, which is crazy because you don't have that accent in Vancouver.
But he is from Vancouver.
No, he's a liar. He's a liar and a cheat.
Oh.
I love it.
I believe in Canada they also pronounce it again.
Again. It's a gain.
Tranquil Blue says Rock and Rye isn't quite cheerwine because
not
the
quite.
cherry flavor isn't as pronounced. Cheerwine is big on the cherry. Yeah, I've never had Rock and Rye, but it reminded me of cheerwine when Ben was explaining it. From how it
and
was
then
explained.
Joe confirmed it because he had both.
Yeah, it's in that family, but there's a little more cream soda action to it. Yeah.
JJ McCullough, that's his name.
I fucked him.
You live right near him.
I could have.
You know what? I've noticed in all of his videos, you know those like big balls people sit on while they're working out?
Yeah.
I always was like, why is he so bouncy in all of his videos? And then he did like a behind the scenes thing.
He's balled up.
And he's sitting on one of those the whole time, like bouncing on it.
Very
Girls
professional.
should have those. It trains them how to ride penis better.
It would be hilarious
I'm glad
if
you said
JJ was faking it and he was like a caricature.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like, he's been on TV discussing politics in Canada since he was like 20 years old.
So have I. I was on the news once because they thought I was a.
Hold on, though.
They thought
I
was
thought
an
you were
anti-masker.
17.
Well, I haven't been on TV for that. For the same percentage of my life.
Oh.
as him. You see,
Yeah. That's what
that
he
was a pretty good. That was a pretty good spin out on that one.
If JJ McCullough met up with IP2 JJ, that would be so wild. People are like, JJ.
Yeah, you can't just say JJ and not let people know that it's not IP2 JJ, because he's the god of.
It is
Drunken
weird.
Peasants.
He's a popular YouTuber that is Canadian that speaks the American stereotype of how they think Canadians speak.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's so weird.
You betcha.
Is there like a regional dialect in Canada that you loathe? Like
Probably the French.
Yeah, that's
the
an
regional
easy-
dialect of French.
French.
Yeah,
can go
that's-
fuck itself.
That's the easy answer, huh?
Recognized everywhere for their
the
excellence.
French.
Because like in London, there's all those different areas, and it gets really like different. Just
It's England's very stupid. We can all agree, right? England very stupid.
I've been there twice, and it is pretty weird.
The country is, I'm gonna say,
It's America. It's like bizarro America.
It's generously like 8 square blocks, and there's 55 regional dialects.
Unless you're in London, and there are like every little borough, just like New York City, has its own dialect.
It's stupid. Here on the western side of North America, there is one accent for 10 million square miles.
Is New York are the boroughs that different in their dialect?
Yeah,
just Chinatown.
And people who are from there can tell, like, oh, you're from Long Island, you're from Brooklyn, you're from Staten Island, right?
Well, if you talk like
Asterios?
garbage, then you're from Staten Island.
Yeah, Asterios.
I mean, yeah, we do have like weird little regional dialects, but it's nothing like fucking London, where like in one part of the town they're talking like the Queen, and then in the other part of the town they're talking like fucking chimney sweeps.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
and then they're the Beatles, and then they're like,
well, the Beatles is what was it?
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
which is I don't know.
They're all close.
A 6-minute drive north.
It's small. It's small. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
New
like,
York
people
City's
grew up there at a
Cockney?
time where there wasn't mass communication. It's weird. Like, London.
I think they're faking for attention.
London has as many people as New York City, but it's twice
New
the
York
area.
City.
Hey, this stuff's made in New York City.
But yeah, it has twice the area, so it's more spread out.
London? Yeah, because
Yes.
London was built before buildings were built upward.
You're
Yeah.
right. Well, I mean,
they're calling it gay New York.
gay.
Well, like it's famous for its pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
That's a gay thing.
Gay. That's just
a gay
gay.
thing. Pomp and circumstance
Just
is a
that
gay thing.
phrase,
Yeah.
pomp and circumstance, is gay.
That's gay.
You try saying it without sucking a dick.
That's gay.
Have you seen the guys that protect the Queen?
Gay.
They look like fuzzy dildos.
Hey, we got him. We got him.
We did it, baby. We did it. Happy 100th episode, Scott.
It's the best night
All
of
we
my
had
life.
to do was be like, "That's gay."
But I don't think we're
Is
just
that
you
all
guys
it
are
took?
lingering on this.
I was trying too hard. With
Yeah,
the,
I was gonna say we were trying to get too fancy, go to a high level. Just call shit gay.
Gay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's tried and
Hold
true.
on. Are you a maggot with an F? Damn, I won the day with that. Oh yeah, see, they're all. Are you? Hold on though. Are you fly larva that's adjacent to the 6th letter, by any chance?
Are you 40 years old?
No, I'm 42.
Exactly. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ben Show.
The year is 2024.
Everyone hates Ben.
We have fun.
We have fun. I'm getting beverages.
Yeah.
He loved the fly larva part.
I mean, that's just good, clean. But oh god, it's in my collar.
He said that's just good.
He's
clean
like
part.
a cat tangled up in a ball of string.
Okay, no, Billy,
You want me to get you the beverage?
I'm gonna need you to get me.
What do you want?
I want my water and my Snapple Rain.
Ooh.
I like what I like.
I like what I like. Did you bring any ketchup flavored chips with you or anything?
I didn't. Should I
What
have?
would you like to declare, sir? I declare a bag of ketchup flavored chips.
Thank you and thank you. Look at this.
They have weird, like, condiment flavored chips in Canada.
Yeah, we got ketchup, we got A1 sauce, we got pussy juice, all the hits.
Salt and vinegar?
Yeah, that's pussy juice.
Never salt and vinegar.
No, that's pussy juice.
That's pussy juice.
Yeah, no, they have pussy flavored chips. Did you see those?
No.
Someone on
Was it
TikTok
Gwyneth Paltrow?
No, it was someone on TikTok was reviewing vagina flavored chips.
Just being a neb, a dirty ass nebber.
Oh, God,
Goose.
it got so close.
We're gonna
Goose.
need more than
Goose.
$10 for that sort of shit. But yeah,
Never.
It's a good thing that didn't push us over a $20 threshold.
yeah, no, it didn't at all.
Never.
Anyway, what else is going on?
Yeah. Miss Vicky's pussy juice potato chips are Gonzo's favorite.
I don't know if Miss Vicky's is cranking out the pussy chips.
It's
Although I would trust it to a female-owned
it would
chip
be,
maker.
It would
Yeah.
be Miss Vicky's,
I was
right?
gonna say I guess I don't want Pringles.
If I had to pick
that
a
guy.
brand that I would trust to make pussy chips, Ms. Vicky's.
Yeah, I guess that's
at the
one.
top of the list.
How about Tim's? I like Tim's.
Tim's
pussy chips?
Tim's
Tim Fox.
Tim's Hawaiian pussy
Tim's
chips.
Hawaiian pussy chips.
So Miss Vicky's is like she takes the chip and she dips it in.
Yeah.
Tim is just like wiping his finger off on the chip.
I need to make this a luau experience.
I don't know. Something tells me we should just be eating plain chips.
We should probably just have plain
Just-
chips. We're not
we're not
trusted with
allowed.
flavors.
No.
Asterios. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. That curtain next to you looks like a hotel room curtain.
It came with the apartment. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest, stupidest curtain, but it blocks out enough light. What was I thinking about?
Are we making
Yeah,
you
'cause
uncomfortable? Can we talk about wholesome things?
Hold on, Asterios he was going on a track. What you got?
Well, I was just gonna say they always do that dumb thing where they're like, "We made a pudding that tastes like cum, huh? Isn't that weird that we did this?" Like, I 100% believe that someone made chips that taste like pussy juice, and it's like, yeah, congratulations, you got someone to write about you for a day.
Yeah,
you're gonna die one day. You know that? You know you're gonna like die one
You're
day.
gonna fucking
and you spent
die,
a lot
and
of
that's
time
what you
like.
did.
Right, like your contribution to the world is gonna be this pussy chips thing. Like, shut the I fucking hate. I hate everything
One
for
of the
some reason.
one of the greatest accomplishments in the world is getting to like a national recognized level, doing nothing that is like out of the ordinary. Like that's how you know you're good. You're like, this guy is just that good. This girl's just that good.
So there was a thing when I was living in Albuquerque where there was a guy who worked at a local organic market and he was giving out yogurt samples.
Uh-oh.
And he
Yeah.
was jerking off into it.
That's my guy.
And one woman was like, "This
Gonna
tastes
happen.
like cum."
Okay, I like that woman. She gets it.
No, like, would you? I wonder how many women thought that and were too embarrassed to say anything,
Or they were like, "That's good."
like, how could that one
Yeah.
woman be like, "Wait a second.
He
Wait a
got 2
second.
years.
I know
which
this
is-
taste, and it ain't yogurt.
You only got 2 years.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's almost worth it.
Like, it's 2 years for serving cum. How long do you get for serving cunt?
5 years.
Whoa,
Yeah, it's a disproportionate system.
that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need equality. Yeah, to be the whistleblower there. That's like, wait a second.
I know that.
Wait a second. This is cum.
Noted cum expert blows whistle
Right?
on.
Was she not named here in the fucking article? I need to know her.
Local slut.
Yeah. Cans McGee. Cans McGee, the cum queen. Knew right away.
Tranisha Biggers.
No. What did What a weird story for us to completely break away from with more weirder shit.
Yeah.
We've gone down a
Asterios,
rabbit
should
hole.
I move on to a different story?
But clearly, whatever story you have is worse. Like I hear this tone in your voice. What are you about to talk about? Like the baby AIDS Olympics?
Yeah, I think we're at the BAO at this point.
Ben's like, well, our next story here, they've cloned Hitler, and they're starting to make snuff porn with cloned Hitler.
With baby Hitler.
It's. I was thinking he would be the perpetrator. I think.
I've always heard the ultimate question came from Scott. Like, if you were a time,
if you had a time machine, would you go? Well, it's not worth even asking the question if Asterios doesn't participate.
I miss Asterios. He was
gone too soon. They're saying.
Yeah. He was the one. He was the one of us that had morals.
He was the best of us.
Yeah.
And the last of us. He struck me as a Pedro Pascal type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the movie Us.
He was the movie Us. Jordan Peele's worst.
Too bad.
We got him from beyond the grave.
That's really funny.
Would you go back and molest baby
all
Hitler?
your jokes be like that?
Hold on.
It's too easy.
Yes, it's too easy to critique a director's au revoir, but it's not too hard to just say the word gay 50 times.
Correct. It's braver this way. Look, anyone can be clever about cinema.
let's talk really quick about. I guess Johnny Depp showed up at Cannes Film Festival.
You know,
Here's,
yeah, he's doing his this is his comeback tour. Yeah.
Still is one of the
use your words.
I've never seen someone so depressed at the French Riviera.
I was going to say, it's such a lovely place to
It
be
is,
so
look at behind them.
so sad.
I've been there.
That herd
beautiful.
bitch really did a number on it.
Is he being interviewed by this woman, or
no? That's his.
Is that Amy Winehouse?
Amy Winehouse has been dead for over 10 years.
Well, she might be charged in that case.
No, that's his
from Raka Khan.
I believe she's suing Amy Winehouse.
upper festivals that has produced.
Are you okay?
He's never dropped the Hunter S. Thompson. He never dropped it.
Fear and Loathing just ruined
by
him
the
for
way,
life.
Holy Christ, what are these fucking animals? By the way, I'm Native American.
Incredible opportunities.
Hunter S. Thompson as Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey.
Some of the greatest filmmakers who will ever walk the earth, and actors. And,
Does he have a new accent?
Yes. Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
was just thinking the same
He's
thing.
from Kentucky, right?
And I think we can all agree, with the exception of us,
Jordan Peele's work.
Jordan Peele's work has been fascinating.
on and on, you know, and appreciated the work for the work. That's
What is he doing?
It's a Paul McCartney
it still
impression.
exists in that way.
God, the Eggman, cuckoo.
I am the walrus.
I have a theory that he knows exactly what he's doing.
I'm George
He
Harrison.
doesn't give a
It's made out of
fuck.
pudding.
Quite
pudding.
It's quite amazing. Everything's so based on popularity contests and you know who's going to be the king and queen of the prom. I think over the millennia.
Shut.
That someone made me start doing this thing for a living, and then the experiences.
Look, if you don't like doing interviews, you want to make sure they never ask you to do them again.
I was going to say, is this Johnny Depp's last interview?
Probably.
He's killing it. He's like, I don't want you to ever want me again.
No,
He's like, I'm not promoting a movie right now.
Nope.
I'm not doing anything.
I
You
love
asked
how
me
he
to
was
do
always
this.
like, he would go on the rounds. You know how, like, when you're a big time actor, you have to do, like, the Tonight Show and the Late Show and all that shit. And they would ask him, have you seen the movie? And he'd always be like, no, I don't watch my own movies. I loved how he would do that.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't watch my own movies.
Who's got time?
Right.
He's
It's
a
like,
busy guy.
And the studio would still hire him, and he's like, "Why are you wasting your life?
I'm too busy
I did this
watching.
because I got paid millions of dollars to do it."
I'm too busy watching the Mrs. movies.
The Marine 4? That's
Yes.
Choir over 38 years, nearly 40 years or whatever, of doing what Brando very rightfully described as
him
That's
and
what
Brando.
he's doing a Brando.
Oh, he's doing a Brando.
Wedding.
Yeah, we need to check this woman next to him for butter.
being an actor was a strange job for a grown man.
Oh,
He does it well. He does do it good. He is good at mimicking shit.
He's an actor.
He's a real actor, though.
Oh, I didn't know she had like human emotions.
She is Amy Winehouse.
She does not look like Amy Winehouse.
If her hair was up, you would say.
He looks like Steven Tyler.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. She looks way more like Steven Tyler than Amy Winehouse.
This isn't a competition.
Or
true.
Robert Mitchum.
Someone could look like both.
Yeah, just try not to bump into the
You're
furniture.
both right.
That's good acting. So, for me, of course, Cannes has its own circus and the madness that surrounds it always. In each festival, in each sort of premiere, they all have their own sort of circus. When I started experiencing those circuses, we can call them carnivals,
I
pre-circus.
can't believe there was a trial where I was on your side. You suck.
I mean, I kind of get it.
But his delivery here?
Yes.
If he's truly tanking interviews forever, I'm on board.
Yes, that's what I'm
if
saying.
If this is an earnest interview, I want him. I want him put in jail.
This is sober him, too.
He's just high out of his mind.
I guess.
No, he's not. He's not. He was better when he was.
If he had a reason to be here, if he was promoting a movie or defending himself in court, he'd have all the charm in the world.
This is sober mind Johnny Depp.
I don't care
right
for
here.
it.
He is promoting. I believe he's either promoting a new film, or I think
He's
he got
directing a new
hired to
film.
be-
No, he's directing a new film.
Yeah, I know that he's at Cannes talking up his new film, and also he was hired to be the face of a sunglasses company. He's just got a huge new modeling contract as well.
Nice.
Well, when you're nearing 60 and you get a modeling contract, that's a big deal.
You're doing
right?
something right.
Yeah.
It was so long ago.
I just hope he apologizes for what he did to Amber Heard.
The strange thing is, it's always been.
Yeah, why the fuck did he give her money and make her more famous?
Because tits.
Been a circus.
Her tits aren't that great.
Google them, Ben.
Then your life.
Your standards are too low.
Becomes a circus.
She was literally voted one of the
So
most
it's not-
attractive women in the world.
I don't care about other people's.
And it's not like
I'm sure
get
you
used
don't.
to the circus.
Yours would fall apart.
You just understand that there's nothing you can do but inhale, exhale, and accept whatever's happens in the next steps.
Well, I'm glad we watched Johnny Depp talk about this.
Because I mean,
I gotta say, this is super entertaining.
It
because-
really is.
Yeah,
He's
it's a crazy guy falling to pieces in the most beautiful city in the world. I think the contract he just got for modeling was something like $20 million. It's just also he was vindicated in the court of public opinion. This is the highest high one should be on.
This is the happiest Johnny Depp has ever been.
Yes, and he looks miserable. He sounds
It sucks that
miserable.
Jeff Beck died shortly after this. He did a tour with Jeff Beck, and then 3 months later, Jeff Beck died.
Do you think he killed Jeff
I think
Beck?
he killed Jeff Beck.
Wow, Ben and Scott think
pieces are here.
that Johnny Depp killed Jeff Beck.
No,
all
I'm
lining
over
up.
40, like you said. Shut up.
64 ounces for $64.
It's the deal of the
It
century.
was. They delivered it in two of those huge soup dumpling containers,
my
from
God.
a Chinese
Two
restaurant.
of them?
That is squalid.
They had to double tanker your margarita?
Well, it's 64 ounces, man. That's the size of one of those. Here, let me show you how big it is.
Oh,
You still owe us for
I want to see.
240. Two for flinching.
I wish you hadn't have said that.
Now you owe them two, says nobody special. Two shocks, Scott. Can you imagine what it's like
Can
to get
you-
shocked twice?
Yeah, I can.
30, dirty 30.
Now,
That's
again. Is it going to? No, but see when I get surprised. I'm just
rub it on your chinny chin chin. Oh, you're gonna poke your brain. Click. Boom.
Well, there's one, and I'm pretty sure once it's
it's activated.
Then it's good. So now I'm ready for number 2.
All
so we'll see
right.
if we can handle this one a little more.
What movie are you gonna think about
dignified.
before you shock yourself?
Nope.
Whoa. Jordan Peele's best work.
Second best.
What was his first? Key and Peele?
Yeah, Key and Peele the movie.
Oh, wait, no. What was the one they did do? Keanu.
Keanu was actually sick.
Keanu was lit.
Gail Cord Schuler calls him Keanu.
They sent you it in that?
No, but this is 64 ounces.
Well, yeah, they should have sent you that.
I drink those kind of margaritas all the time.
They should have sent you that.
Do you have a margarita in that right now?
Then it would have been worth the money. No, unfortunately, it's empty.
Oh.
But like, it's the size of the human stomach.
How long ago
This
did you
much
buy
margarita.
that? How long ago did you buy that big gulp container?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah, they
Because
don't
for a
sell
while-
those anymore, do they?
You can find them sometimes. The trick is when you see it, you gotta buy it because it's like it won't be there next time.
Those got outlawed.
In New York, they
Probably,
did,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, you can fill this up for the price of a regular big gulp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the scam.
Again,
You
they
know
go
what?
fast.
You know what they're doing right now? Can I tell you what they're doing right now? Do you mind if I tell you what they're doing right now?
Hey, Billy, what are they doing right now?
You know what they're doing right now? Panera Bread has a subscription service for their drink fountain. You can pay $11.99 a month, and you can get Panera Bread drink fountain unlimited.
No, that is...
It's unlimited sips.
I never believed the whole New World Order trying to depopulate the Earth thing. Now I do.
Yeah.
That's fucking dangerous.
Iced tea, lemonade, soda
Milk.
fountain, all that shit. It's unlimited for $11.99 a month. And you know what? They offered me a free month trial.
So someone's specifically targeting you.
Oh,
me?
So to
No.
watch you guys in the afternoon. Have some of my vacation money. No, I haven't found any weird potato chip flavors here yet.
You're in Hawaii. You've got Hawaiian potato chips.
Up to 35.
Shock
number's going
the Scott.
up.
I know the
Shock
numbers
the
are going up,
Scott.
but I'm pretty sure 35 is the highest.
Yeah, I don't
Nope.
know. It only,
Nope. Ben says matter of factly.
it's second highest.
No, actually 35's not the highest.
Second highest. It goes from 35 to 100.
Okay. So this is the second highest, so this won't be bad.
Did you just fart?
Yes.
It sounded like someone throwing up in the corner.
I wanted Scott to have
Your
zaps and
fart.
claps.
Did you hear that? Did you hear it?
I
heard it sounded like someone in the corner, like if there was like a fourth person in the room throwing up in the corner. That's what his fart sounded like.
I heard a
It
noise.
sounds like desperation.
Have you ever drunkenly spilled soup on cement?
That's what it sounds like.
I know.
Most days. Yeah, I definitely heard a noise. It did not register as a fart.
Yeah.
I thought someone was making...
How many hours have I spent in this
Ben,
room?
You know, I haven't been as privy to Billy farts in person for
I
for a
have
while.
been. I'm about to light up.
I
some
assumed
incense
someone
really
was
quick.
trying to break into the house.
I thought the
assumed that was a
hamburger was
criminal.
here.
in the door.
I thought the hamburger was here, and he was
Kicking in the door.
robble robble.
Okay, shut up. Almost no vocalization. I'm getting stronger.
Okay.
You're not even in your final form.
Yeah, I'm getting good. It feels.
How about you do one of your
It feels
nipples
bad.
next?
Can I tell you guys a little
I
more?
don't want to.
Can I tell you guys
You don't
something
have
else?
to show your nipple. You could.
Can I tell you guys something else I
How about you
learned
do your
this
tank?
week? Can I tell you guys a little something more I learned this week?
What'd you learn?
Did you know that the term Taco Tuesday is copywritten?
Oh, dude, I already have that. It's by the way, it's copyrighted, not copywritten.
It's copywritten by Taco John's.
Taco
Is it?
John's.
Taco
you say.
John's, owns the right to Taco Tuesday, and you know who's battling them right
Taco
now?
Bell. Dude, you're cutting off my segue now.
Well, maybe you should have been quick to the draw.
Maybe you're just You're just like too hyped up.
I'm sorry I cucked your content.
It got me so.
Is that Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Yep.
People are discriminating against wolves.
It's serotonin, actually.
They're
Nice.
laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Have you ever fucked a dog so hard that you threw up?
Is that why my little dog is walking around so funny?
That you threw up.
All right, it is Taco Tuesday. In
This
modern
guy's allowed to
farmhouses
be on
across
the
America.
news?
This
guy's a fucking wiener.
This is in LA too, right? Shouldn't they have like the most?
There's a big talent pool in
Doesn't
LA.
this guy work for Mr. Beast?
To sue Taco John's to make them stop using that phrase. It's the single biggest publicity moment in Taco John's history. Also, I don't think they want to sue them. They want to.
Four-year-old anchor, little Billy.
My dad's away today, so I get to do the news.
To release Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday was coined by the owner of Taco John's back in the 1980s. Anybody who wants to use it commercially has to pay. Taco Bell's stance is that nobody should have rights to the common phrase.
Oh, I thought that
One
sentence was
expert
going to be
says Taco probably
shorter.
has a pretty
Taco
good-
Bell stands that no one should have rights.
Nobody should have rights. Have you seen what we pay our employees?
Yeah.
Carlos, tell them what we pay you.
Tell it, Carlos, do you have rights?
Gutierrez Gutierrez, tell them what we pay you.
Please help. Please help me.
Case. Surprising, given the fact that Taco Bell advertising is usually pretty much more creative than just alliteration. Not a ton of thinking outside the bun on this one.
Got him.
Or outside the shelf.
Taco Tuesday is funny. I feel like they should really just try to claim, in addition, early Wednesday morning.
No, that ain't.
No, that's not going to work.
That's a thing.
What I want to know is, what is Taco John's?
When's your dad coming back?
It's from Wyoming.
Somebody needs to send this woman to meet King Cobra.
It's Wyoming.
She got to learn about Taco John's.
There's a whole lot of Mexican going on.
There you go.
It
It's
is
the
a
one who created
Midwestern-
Taco Tuesday. Yeah, but what, is this a restaurant?
Yeah, mostly in Midwest. A taco.
It's not Midwest. No.
Okay.
That is not Midwest.
Here we go. Midwest gatekeeper Ben. Go ahead.
What do you consider Wyoming?
So Midwest goes from Ohio all the way to Wyoming?
Hey Ben,
You're talking about like
Midwest
1,500 miles?
Midwest goes past Wyoming, right?
I got
No.
a quick question. What time zone is Ohio in?
The Eastern time zone.
Oh.
Well, the name was...
Very interesting.
I can explain it. The name was granted...
Of course you can.
Of course. The name was granted when...
By Ulysses S. Grant, who granted everything. Billy's on my side.
Looking for something heavy to throw. No. It was the West at the time. So that was how the name came. But it's an antiquated name.
Yeah. Get it together, Ohio. Pick a lane.
So you're saying Wyoming is not Midwest?
No.
What is it? The Great Plains?
What do you call that? The West?
No, it's
then?
even... Yes. Yeah, it's the West. Look, like if you split the country into quadrants, it is definitely in the West.
Because here's the thing about Ohio.
Most
it's
of
still
it.
East Coast time zone.
Oh, the thing I said?
Yeah, we've already talked about. He calls everything East Coast, even though it's like not the coast.
I mean, that helps the argument even more, though. I like his style.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
Ohio. We
Eastern
can all agree
time
that
zone.
Ohio is on the ocean.
Because I couldn't see how something in the Eastern time zone would be considered Midwest.
I agree.
But I understand why it's Midwest because they
There was a
started
point-
using the term before they populated the West.
Before there was a real
yes,
West.
and there was a point before that where Indiana they didn't do daylight savings, so they were
Oh, stupid.
halfway between. But now Indiana is full on
Gay.
Eastern time zone.
I think
Yeah,
you.
gay.
I think you might be stuck in like a time period
You gonna
from
call me
100
old?
years. No, from like 100 years before you were even born.
I'm gonna call you
200 years before you were even
How am I
born.
stuck in that?
Because it probably is.
Because I'm smart.
It's
'Cause you're a
probably
prospector.
cultural to Ohio to
I
think
think
of
it's
it as the
cultural
Midwest.
to know what the fuck I'm
but I
talking
think the
about.
further out you go west, and the more the West
You
populates,
want I want to know what I'm talking
less your
about,
Ohio,
and for more people
the
to
less
know
your
what they're
Ohio
talking about.
sensibilities
You want
matter.
to not know what you talk
guys.
about and want more people to accept not knowing what the fuck they're talking about.
Nobody understands what you're talking about right now, Ben.
Hey, Ben, I have something more interesting to say than all of this. And here goes. You know, there's a Midwest, but there's no Mideast.
That's where Ohio
Well,
should
Ohio
be.
is
the Mideast.
There is a Mideast. It's like Syria.
I'm sure if you looked in the dictionary, you'd find the word Mideast.
No, it is literally.
We don't say the Mideast. We say the Midwest. We say the West. We say the Northwestern. But we don't say Northeast. There's a Northwestern University. There's no Northeast. There's the North.
There's literally a Northeastern University.
Ohio got the term Midwest when Chicago was the West.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm saying it's antiquated.
No, you're right.
And the middle,
No, it is.
the Mideast
It
is
is.
where Iran is.
Yeah, the Middle East is
But
where
here's the
Middle East. But we don't say like, oh, I'm from the Mideast of the United. We don't say that.
Hello, I am from the Mideast.
They should though.
I agree they should, but they don't. It's weird.
Do you think we should stop focusing on getting Trump out as president and start focusing on establishing a Mideast in the United States?
I think we should elect Trump in 2024 and start calling Ohio the Mideast.
Okay.
I just think it would help Ohio because look, people don't.
They
think
look
of
really
Ohio
stupid right
as
now.
from like the north or the east, and if we're like Mideast, because you think of Ohio, you kind of think of the middle of the country, but it's so close to the East Coast.
Yeah, it borders Pennsylvania. Come on.
Yes.
Can we call
When you
it?
think
Can we call it Middle Earth?
Ooh.
Now we're getting tourism.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking with gas.
What's something fucked up about Middle Earth, or the Lord of the Rings series that you guys could speak on right now? So,
I don't like how.
I just wondering if you have any Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, Hobbit hot takes. That's all.
Oh yeah, I do. It's like there's a thing where they're like, oh, the furry-footed hobbits. Oh, their feet are so furry, and it's like some of us have hair on the tops of our feet, and that's just being Greek, not a fucking hobbit.
It's you positive it's just being Greek?
I'm very tall, Scott. They're halflings, not wholelings.
They're not wholelings. That's true. How tall is Elijah Wood? 3'8"?
He's 3'8" before they do all the forced perspective bullshit.
True.
And in the movie, they make him look 1'2".
He's make him very small.
Yeah, they make
All
him
right.
teeny tiny.
Do you know how much cum you have to eat to become a child actor that goes on to star in like a Lord of the Rings picture?
64 ounces.
And again, you don't.
That's a lot.
It's just,
I'm stopping this.
That's a big
it's
gulp.
like
I'm
there's
stopping this.
I've seen how
There's
Hollywood
so
operates.
Do you know how long I have to leave the room before Billy pushes us into just total degeneracy?
I wish you could
He's
see
like,
the show.
I'm against this thing, but I always bring it up every
I
chance
wish you
I
could
get.
see the show when you were out of the room. It's so much better.
It's a better show. It's a different show,
yeah,
but it's a better show.
so good.
Yeah.
Look, we all have horrible, intrusive thoughts.
And some of us
But
say
then
all of them
sometimes
out
we're
loud.
like, I'm gonna wait for the next one to show up. Before I just open my mouth and just, I'm like, you know what? I bet in 2 seconds something a thought will occur to me. That's not what Billy just said.
I'll never not speak out against the crimes committed against children in Hollywood.
Billy's part of the speaking out movement.
Yes.
He'll never not speak about it either.
Yeah. Billy
This is
didn't know
true.
what the speaking out movement was. He just like, oh, I get to talk more.
I literally thought that's what it meant.
I thought speaking out was just for loud people.
Yeah, I thought I
He's
was
loud.
on board. I thought I was part of the solution.
Yeah. Next time.
He's not.
$1 an ounce?
$1 an ounce.
It was 2 a.m. I wouldn't do it at a table. Like if it's like brunch, I'm not doing it. But it's like the siren song of just someone bringing you in an unmarked paper bag everything you need to make it through the night. You can't turn it down.
It wasn't everything. It was the first half of the recipe for everything. The second half involved a hammer.
It's like the combination to the same.
It started in Wyoming, or so the story goes.
Just a man making tacos.
Now everybody knows. There's a whole lot of Mexican going on in Taco John's. There's a whole lot of Mexican going on. Everybody singing the song.
If you're looking for a whole lot of great tasting real Mexican food,
Real
cooked up
Mexican
hot and
food.
fresh and just the way you like it, you're going to love what's going on at Taco John's.
There's a whole lot of Mexican
Going on.
at Taco John's.
Taco John's.
It's going on at Taco John's. Taco John's.
Is it supposed to be spelled wrong?
Johnny, you ought to be
Did they
selling
spell
me.
taco wrong?
There was like text on screen that had JHON.
Really?
But I don't know if it was part of the commercial or added.
It was probably added in post because Cobra spells stuff wrong.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna give benefit of the doubt on that one.
I like to think that everything's wrong because
He spells response with a C.
we don't want to be right. We don't want to be right.
You know where I go for my authentic Mexican food? Taco John's.
What do you think?
I didn't even consider.
Not
Jose's.
Taco Juan's.
No.
Taco John's.
No.
All right.
In Wyoming, by the way.
Where
started in
folks know
Wyoming.
what salsa should taste like.
New York City.
New York City.
What do you think the best food is for King Cobra to have the healthiest turds? What do you think fuels his body perfectly?
How are we gonna fix Cobra's biome is what you're
I'm
asking?
just saying, like, what do you think we'd have to feed Cobra to have him be in peak digestive condition?
I don't know if I want Pete Cobra. I think he's going to be too dangerous. I think we have to keep him sick. I think we have to Munchausen by proxy him.
Oh, this is that.
Yeah.
This is the American cancer industry
So
all
by
over
far,
again.
the most
this
commonly
guy.
received comments I get on my videos fall into one of three categories.
I know,
Some-
right?
What is wrong with people today?
Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says, though.
Something about my hair, something about my mustache, or something about the way I say this word. I say about. Most North Americans say about. To figure out why, let's take a fascinating look at the world of Canadian accents.
This better be
The way I
fascinating.
talk is a particularly strong example of.
There's no pedophilia in this.
The
Are
way
you
I
out?
talk is the
Are
particularly
you out
strong
already?
example of autism.
But people who study this sort of thing call the Canadian raising phenomenon. This refers to the weird way many Canadians pronounce the ow sound in words like house and down and around and south. Even sounds
Okay,
annoying.
you said a rune. Okay, again,
does say
nobody says a rune. That's not even a thing. Some people say it, like, sort of lean toward a boot, I guess. Nowhere in the West, but like I don't know. Oh, and also, so this guy, you have told me, Ben, that this guy is like born and raised in Vancouver,
in West Van,
mere hours from Seattle.
Yep.
No, nobody talks like that.
To me, the idea is that
Not a
Canadians
thing.
have a tendency
I
to
see this
raise
guy's hair. He does this for attention.
He's doing it for
their
attention.
tongues in their mouths when they make ow sounds, as I just did right then when I said mouth instead of mouth, which is when you keep your tongue down.
The fact that
lower
he
in your-
knows and still does it means he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, you can fix your
Why
dumb
don't
talking.
you just talk American?
If you recognize your dumb talking.
talk American.
I've literally worked my entire life.
I was
to
born
speak
with
well.
a Chinese accent, and I completely got rid of it.
Yeah.
Mouth. Not all
Bengal
Canadians
tiger.
speak with Canadian raising, and certainly most don't do it as much as I do, but it is a pretty
Nobody
common phenomenon,
does it
as
as
you can
much as
see
you
in this
do.
montage of clips of random Canadians talking I've assembled.
Are all very unhappy about this. I am.
You'll notice every clip he shows is so much more subtle than the way he talks.
A boot. She did say a boot.
She
Was this
booted
the
him, but like
mom?
not the way he says it.
Was this the mom from Home Improvement?
Trying to pull her
Natasha
name.
Richardson.
Because here's what's going to happen.
I think.
We're gonna get drunk and eat chicken
Shit.
fingers. Me, you, and the old man stand here in about 20 minutes.
A matter of planning and
How
of
much
course, being
kun is needed, Billy?
Oh, there we go. Let's make him a star. All right, Scott. One more shock, and you're going to host your own Lord of the Rings sequel.
I don't want to be a star.
You furry foot hobbit. Are you ready to choke it down?
40, the highest number.
Chunky milk loads of white, frothy juice.
Is it going to go first time? Has it been... Oh, it was the first time!
Like the very first time.
Mom is all about routine.
Well, think about it. 10 years
No
ago,
idea.
the price of gold was maybe $300 an ounce.
So you see some Canadians say it about, some Canadians say it more like a boat, some people say it somewhere in the middle of those two, and of course lots just say it the normal way, about.
Yeah,
But what's
as
weird
God
is that
intended.
I feel a lot of Canadians are very inconsistent about this. I get a lot of teasing from my fellow Canadians because I say about instead
Is
of
it
about.
because of that?
But I notice a lot of people say
I can think of other reasons. I don't know.
route instead of route, and no one seems to care. I blame
You
South
look like
Park,
if a
which
sex pest cosplayed Tim Burton.
made the whole boot thing. That
I knew he'd fit it in.
Any
funny
any
joke.
y'all motherfuckers say roof instead of roof?
The roof?
Yeah.
That was an Ohio thing. Roof. They would say roof.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
like it. I'm against it.
About taking
Me
on
too.
citizens. It's about not censoring our art. It's about what's so goddamn funny.
And made life tough for Canadians like me, who now seem very obnoxiously stereotypical. There's
Yes,
more to
because
Canadian-
you chose to
You're
fucking
doing
not
this
change
on purpose.
I hate that
It's your brand.
You're supposed to change when you get picked on.
Yes, bullying works.
accents and just the pronunciation of
You
one
can't
word.
get picked on, not change, and then complain.
That's true. That's 100% true.
I'm sorry. We gave you all the fucking outs to change.
I gave you all the clues, Mr. Police.
Yeah, you chose to be that guy. Now you're that guy. You don't get to complain. Yeah. I'm tired of people having pride in themselves when they should have just done the work to be normal.
Yes.
Like any country, Canadian accents vary a great deal depending on class and region. Most Canadians are probably pretty familiar with this sort of
Here's what poor
stereotypical
people sound
lower
like.
class Canadian accent, which is kind of the sort
Notice
of
most
twang.
Canadians pronounce it less as a boot, more as a boat. A booty.
A booty?
A boot.
You know,
A boot.
right? There's this Canadian comedy
I pronounce
rap
it a
group
belt.
called B and Steve, and they make YouTube videos where they sing with this kind of accent, and it's pretty funny, as you can see here.
Before we learn to walk, we can cross-check properly. Just rockin' plaid jackets. Chainsaws, we operate them. Fucking A-right we do, bud. We cut our weight in firewood.
This is, of course, the same
That's
accent that was
not my country.
famously mocked in those
not
Great
my
White
fucking
North
country.
segments of SCTV back in the day.
Oh, so that's our topic for today, the Great White North.
I like how they had stacks of Molson over on the dude. That shit that he just showed compared to this is not even comparable. Like, this is good comedy that they're doing here.
Yeah, no,
and then-
SCTV is good.
Yeah, yeah. Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
But music and comedy has always been a crutch for the cripple to get laughs.
Good day. What an
Got your ass,
Now, the most famous regional
Stephen Doofy, whatever the
Lynch? Stephen Lynch.
Stephen
Musical
Lynch?
comedian Stephen Lynch. You're on notice.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Stephen Lynch.
accent of Canada is the accent of people who live in the far eastern Atlantic
He's the Mitch
provinces of
Hedberg
Canada,
of
particularly
songs.
Newfoundland. This region of Canada was originally settled by a lot of Gaelic-speaking people from Scotland and Ireland.
I said something else.
Gaelic. Gaelic. Did you hear that?
Grow up, Ben. We're trying to do a show here.
Hey, I'm
God.
42 years old.
Their accent still has a sort of Irish twinge to
I
it,
said
as
how
we
old
can
I
see in
was.
this montage of Newfoundland people talking.
That stay is solid, and he's able to incrementally increase. I mean, you could end up with a minority Harper government. You know, that would be the
Minority
worst
Harper government
possible thing.
Oh my God!
You're looking at crew changes. They depend on moving the crew out of here. Some of those people are 3 and 4 days.
Pronounce the G
They do sound
in
Irish.
words that end in ing.
Newfies sound Irish.
These people are trash.
You don't like them?
There was approximately.
So they're okay. Newfies or the French?
Who's better?
Who do you like more?
Newfies, because they speak technically English.
Technically.
Although it's incomprehensible. But they are still doing their best to speak English, which the people in Quebec are decidedly not.
3 RCMP cars here. And what they were doing here, I had no idea, but I knew there had to be something up. They weren't out here picking up fares.
If you've seen the movie A Series of Unfortunate Events, you may recognize this as also being the accent that noted Canadian actor Jim Carrey used when he was playing the sea captain guy.
Really?
Oh, that there was only my fault. Hey, well, I can't tell you how sorry I is for running into your sister there like that.
Newfoundland people also have a habit of using a lot of weird Newfoundland slang, which when coupled with their accent can make them really hard to understand, as satirized in this Nissan commercial.
They say an extra barn is the pick again or that Penrith, buddy. But that don't put a gust in your spinnaker, I don't know what would.
Oh my God.
Got enough alloy in there.
It's kind of charming, honestly.
Now, a lot of French Canadians speak English as their second language, so they obviously have a French accent, but the sort of French accent they have is quite different than the sort of accent French people from France have. In France, people with strong French
Yeah, because people
accents
from Quebec are people from France with brain injuries.
People from hell
tend to substitute T sounds for Z sounds, so words like this and that and those
Zis.
become this and that and those. In Canada, where French is spoken in a sort of more nasally way, French accents tend to use harder D sounds, so dis and dat.
Wouldn't it be great if this guy died?
You don't deserve
I don't want to say that.
to live. You don't deserve to live.
I hate this guy.
Is it because he's Jewish?
He's
Asterios?
Hey, lucky guess, but but not entirely.
Oh no!
Aww, Ben, every day with this shit.
Scott and I
We're
are
over here
so over the line.
trying to run a nice show.
We're just trying to keep everybody talking about what they're talking about. And Ben has to
Freaking hoser.
get
Seriously,
our
this
our
dude looks
good
like a
Greek
knockoff
friend.
Nick
By the way,
Mullins.
he's
By that
not
I mean
Jewish.
Dollar store version, or maybe I should say the loony bin.
The loony bin, the toonie bin.
Asterios is not Jewish. It's okay. Come back. We love you. Ben's sorry. He's sorry.
He's sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
I miss Asterios.
You can notice the difference.
This description might seem unfair for the previous generation, but keep in mind that I am not really criticizing the people.
This guy
We
sucks.
want four things in the throne speech. We want to clarify this issue about Afghanistan. It's so important. It's really important for us. The other one is we have a bill.
Of course, in this era of television and the internet, more and more North Americans are starting to lose their regional or class-based accents altogether. Researchers now often
I'm
speak
going to
of
adopt the
standard
class-based accent.
Like, I think I did that.
I think I'm going to start talking like Thurston Howell III.
Yeah.
Lover.
Like, what's the best one? How do like billionaires now talk?
Chinese.
Right? Like
Just Mandarin.
I wouldn't know. That's how poor I am. I wouldn't
That's
know
true.
what
You're
accent
so
to
poor
copy.
you don't even know how rich people sound anymore.
Yeah. Fuck.
That sucks.
Fuck.
American English or the general American accent, which is this sort of bland, plain accent you tend to hear from newscasters and actors and anybody
The
else.
way
who doesn't
people who know how to
exotic or
speak English talk.
As more and more young people are
Tickle
taught to
tits.
believe that accents are something embarrassing or hickish, you're starting to see entire generations speak exactly the same way. Entire countries, too. Check out this montage of young Canadians and Americans and see if you
I
can
think
tell who comes
Asterios
from which country.
won. Like, he wanted this guy to die.
Dude sounds like if Paris banged with Dallas.
Yeah, it's a very rednecky French.
He wanted him to die. He found out
He
was
wanted this guy to
Jewish.
die, and then we're stuck listening to him.
I was
Like,
going to say,
Asterios won.
Asterios has cracked the code.
He won.
Yeah.
We still have to listen to
As
this
I
guy.
said, he's the best of us.
He is. He really is.
Yeah.
He was the best.
Was that really what broke his back, though? Seriously?
Yes.
Well, based on the timing, I would say yes.
But it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
I don't know.
No, it was in poor taste, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
There's comedy and then there's
Tragedy.
tragedy.
And then there's time.
And Greeks know both very well.
Yes.
It's about love, it's about life, and it's about time.
I miss Asterios.
I know. I think he probably just went to get a 64-ounce.
He went to go pry the safe open.
I was
again.
drinking this at an engagement outside of my house the other day, and when I walked up with this, someone seriously asked me if it was full of chowder.
You were drinking from it?
Yeah.
So someone just assumed.
They thought I was drinking a bottle of hot chowder.
You were slamming.
And after they asked
gallon.
me, I was wondering why I wasn't.
You're like, you make a fair point.
I was like, this should be my chowder
Guess
bottle.
what I'll be doing next time you see me with this bottle?
Right? Like, is that not a great idea?
pretty good
Turning
idea.
a growler into a chowder growler?
A chowler.
A chowler. A chowder growler. Oh. I went to a funeral yesterday.
Brag.
I know. And I had to leave immediately after I got there.
Okay. There was some reason you had to leave, or were you asked to leave?
There was a reason.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe it was diarrhea.
You know what? That is a good reason.
Do you feel bad
to leave a
having to
funeral.
leave a funeral for diarrhea, or is that okay?
I mean, I don't think you should continue to feel bad. I think it might be natural to feel slightly bad at the time, but I think I'm gonna call it an act of God. I'm gonna call it a force majeure, and I don't think it's anything to feel bad about.
I went in, I saw the body and said hi to people I knew, and then I left.
Open casket.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was it Joe? Do we lose him? R.I.P. Joe.
You know what would be great?
If Joe died. I think that's a mean thing to say, Billy, but okay.
If it was that guy we were just watching's funeral.
I would love if it was that guy's
no.
funeral.
Wouldn't that be great? I just
would
went
like
there.
nothing more.
I just went there to get diarrhea on him.
And then you shit yourself at it.
But it wasn't him. He's alive.
For now.
Fringe Dorito flavor tier list. What's at the top?
1990s Taco Supreme.
What's the difference?
Are we talking with the corners were still death corners?
Probably, yeah.
You remember the death corners of the Doritos?
Probably, yeah. Non-rounded death corners.
In the later end of the 90s,
Yeah.
they had to round out
Too
the
many kids were
Dorito
losing
corners.
their eyes.
The OG Doritos were literally like little knife blades.
They were throwing stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how many times I threw a Dorito into a fat woman's back?
And it stayed.
Yeah, I would just be like sit on the ground jerking off to the back of a fat woman, and I would just throw a fucking Dorito right into her back like a nunchuck, and it would stick, and she would reach backwards, grab the Dorito, and munch it.
Of course.
And munch it.
They're not a wasteful people.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It was the best of times. It was the best of times.
Where do you stand on fringe Dorito flavors?
You know, there was a I really like the barbecue flavors, but there's so many of them.
I was gonna say, there's like 5, but like are they different? Is it
Yeah.
just one barbecue?
So I can't really choose that.
Who are
'cause
we fooling?
I don't know if
I don't know
they're
either.
different.
I wish I knew.
There was like smoking cheddar barbecue or something.
Are we calling?
Yeah, Ben's got to make a phone call.
Stuff going on. Okay.
And then, but there was a short-lived mystery flavor that was
I recall mystery
cheeseburger.
It was not a fan. Too pickle heavy.
It was very pickle heavy.
Yeah, that is the mistake of every burger flavored chip.
I'll never forget it. But the one that sticks out, and this is how fucked up it is, it was short-lived.
Pussy juice.
It was Cheetos flavored Doritos.
Oh, I
do. You remember
I do
those?
recall that being a thing.
They had Cheetos flavor. There was Doritos that were covered in
nonsense.
Cheeto dust.
Yeah, absolute nonsense.
And they were better than Cheetos because of that fucking little cut, the knife blades. At the time, I would eat it. It would cut my mouth open. And I would mainline the Cheeto dust.
Oh, sure, get it right into the bloodstream.
It would go right into the bloodstream.
Makes sense.
It was very good. Nice, fresh iron blood boil taste from cutting into that delicious Dorito.
Delicious.
The delicious Dorito. Yeah, I mean, most Dorito flavors are the same damn flavor. I guess there's like the salsa verde ones, I guess, are different.
Yeah.
I guess the sweet chili ones might be different enough.
Yeah.
But most everything else is either barbecue, nacho cheese, or ranch.
Yeah, and the ranch is barely ranch. I'm pretty sure the best kept secret is that ranch and nacho cheese are the same flavor.
You think?
That's my new take.
I could taste the difference.
I know they're slightly different. But
Okay, I'm glad you agree.
not-
I don't know if you were fucking with me. I'm like, hold on.
I was exaggerating for attention.
That's fair. That's fair. Good old Doritos.
Is Asterios okay?
Do you not like him because he's Jewish? That's what I'm wondering.
Can we show
Who,
Asterios?
Asterios? No.
Can we show Asterios
I
a
like-
picture of all the beers here?
I like
look at-
Asterios because
look
he's
at-
Jewish.
look at him. That's
I
right.
mean, if he was gonna go out, that's a very cute face to go out on. It's one of the
What?
cutest faces
I
I've
want
ever
to know,
seen.
like, why was that what broke him?
Because you're being inappropriate.
How is that
Yeah.
inappropriate?
Ben, if you don't know why it's inappropriate,
Then we're not.
then we
going
need to have
tell
an
you.
intervention.
Have it.
We
Go
need
ahead.
to. We need to bully you into changing.
We have to have Asterios off the screen to have this conversation.
Go ahead.
Okay, so when you say certain things, you say them in a way that's mean.
It's different than if I had said it
It's-
because
yeah.
everyone knows that I'm being cute when I say it, and
Oh.
there's a level of hate in your voice that comes through when you
But
say
I
these
wasn't
things.
hating.
You say it in a way where it's like, gotcha, racist. And it's like, that's not funny. That's almost
I think you're
blatantly accusatory.
But I didn't say that, and I don't think that.
I
So
don't think, based on the reaction to it, there has to be some validity to this, right?
There's got to be something.
I do think Asterios is a very strong person who puts up with a lot in his life.
He's the best of us.
He is the best of us. So you do have to kind of look at it as maybe a flaw on your part.
Okay.
It's something that needs to be bullied out of you.
Yes, which we're willing to do.
Like a
You're doing it.
like a stupid accent.
I think, what is it, 11 o'clock over there on the East Coast? I think Asterios probably just had enough.
So look, sometimes you've had enough.
Yeah, it's 11. It's 11. He's like, he looked at the clock. He waited in and said, nope.
I'm gonna wait until Ben says Jewish, and then I'm gonna Irish goodbye it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's
I think
fine.
it might actually be true though.
What, the Irish goodbye?
No, why he wanted to see that guy dead.
Ben, I respect a double down.
Yeah, the double down's back.
I mean,
chicken, goo, chicken.
There you go.
Ben, the king of the double down. I like it.
I made my own double down, by the way.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You probably have better quality goo.
I think it's maybe that both of you guys are just too sensitive and you can't handle someone being real.
I think we might have been woke scolding you.
There you
and
go.
I'd like
Thank
to,
you.
I'd like
I'm
to
glad.
apologize.
When I look
I'm
at
glad
the-
you're on my side.
When I look at the
he's
four of
gonna
us,
disagree.
When I look at the four
He's
of
gonna
us,
disagree because he's so
and,
fragile.
and I look at who's the most sensitive out of the four of us. It's definitely Asterios, Scott, and myself.
That's true. I think it's an accurate assessment.
I don't know if it's equal though, but I appreciate it.
Well, obviously, Asterios is the most sensitive because he was the one that left.
Yeah.
Scott and I were probably a tie for second.
We're very close to Asterios, and then a
You only
massive
left-
gap, and then Ben.
You only left when Onision got brought up.
When's that?
There was like a couple episodes where I was like pressing the Onision shit, and you're like, "Fuck you, dude," and you like got up and like left the room.
Did I go pee?
Well,
Now,
I
you had
mean-
already peed your pants, so I think you got
That's
up for
true.
a
I had,
reason.
I had a wafting stench of urine about me, I believe.
you were in funeral mode.
Yeah. I had to go change my diaper.
I mean, look, it's just good planning to diape up for a podcast.
Yeah.
Anything over an hour, you should be diped up.
How often do you wear diapers on road trips?
Never.
I mean, certainly if I'm driving across country to confront my astronaut ex-boyfriend who is now just enjoying a
Buzz
relationship.
Aldrin?
Buzz. When I think Buzz Aldrin is cheating on me, I will definitely dipe up and drive across the country to confront him, for sure.
What was the bully's name in Home Alone? Was it Buzz?
His brother
Yes.
was Buzz.
His brother Buzz.
Buzz's girlfriend. Woof.
Who made a bigger achievement, Buzz Aldrin or Buzz?
Or Buzz from Home Alone. I'd say they're equal. I'd say it's hard to put one above the other.
He managed to nag his little brother into staying home alone while their family went on a trip.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
What did Aldrin ever do? Punch a guy on TV?
Yeah.
Although it was pretty sick.
It was all right. Yeah, I'd probably give it to him.
Slight edge to Aldrin.
Who wins?
Just
Who
barely.
wins? Who wins? The cantankerous oaf award, Biff or Buzz? Biff Tannen
Biff is pretty sick.
or Buzz McAllister?
Oh, you got it, Biff.
It's Biff 100.
Biff's great.
100 on Biff.
Yeah, he made all that money.
Yeah, Biff was classic.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Like, you compare Home Alone franchise to the Back to the Future franchise.
Both lead actors ended up great.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with those little boys. They didn't get all fucking Shia LaBeoufed. Thank goodness.
Who would you rather be, Michael J. Fox or Macaulay Culkin? Now.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to go to WrestleMania.
He's a party monster.
He has sex with
Michael Jackson.
Brenda Song. He married Brenda Song. I think he was with Mila Kunis for a while, wasn't he?
Brenda Strong, the narrator of Desperate Housewives?
No, Brenda Song, London
Desperate
Tipton
Housewives
on
was really
Sweet Life of
good.
Zach and Cody.
Oh.
She was also.
that way better show than Desperate Housewives.
I'm a Brenda Strong man myself.
Well, I mean, I was talking about Brenda Song. I don't think she was on Desperate Housewives.
I'm sorry. I
Well,
don't
you
wanna
couldn't
be
have
too
Brenda
mean.
Song on
Billy,
Desperate Housewives if Brenda
She was-
Strong is already on Desperate Housewives. That would be ridiculous.
She was in the movie Social Network.
Oh, yeah, I fucked her.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
She's good.
I had forgotten about her.
If no one takes the opportunity
There you
to praise
go.
this cat like sweet boy, I'm gonna do it. Also, Discord people, Join general voice chat after the show. D.
Do it.
Ooh, Mr. Captain
Although
Snack's having an
I
after
do
party.
like the term cat-like sweet boy. I wear that with pride.
The cat-like sweet boy.
What are we, 45? The highest setting.
The highest president.
No, true. the goodest president. The goodest boy president.
Who Biff Tannen and his... Biff Tannen's rich run was
Trumpian?
Trump. It was 100%.
Oh, it was Trump administration.
It was Trump inspired. Yeah.
Yes, it was. I was because it had been a minute since a shock, and I was expecting it to have to warm up again, and then the first one did it, and now I have to go to the hospital.
Might be ready for that funeral, huh?
You should keep your funeral clothes handy.
Can you believe how much I'm farting knowing about my funeral problem yesterday?
Yeah, maybe you should go to the hospital.
I got balls.
I appreciate flying that close to the sun. Like you have disgusted yourself. I can't wait for it to find itself my way. Which way is the wind going? Maybe
Anyway,
no.
the wind blows.
It made it here a little bit.
Really
I don't think I'm not at ground zero, but it's not great.
Yeah, it was a quick whiff. I think it fell out.
It dissipated quickly. The atoms dispersed. It's an interesting combo with the incense.
Yeah, right?
I will say.
Smells kind of like a...
We're in church right now.
It smells like church.
Mixed with the fart and the incense is like a nice Indian food dish.
No, that's just like a typical day in Catholic church.
Made a lamb.
Do they do that? Do they have stinky...
The butt smell with the incense?
I didn't know church was that butt
I never
heavy.
know. Like, was that too mean? Are you guys just so fucking sensitive that you can't handle it? Yes.
What do you think about this, Ben?
This Ben.
I don't mind this Ben.
This Ben is the best Ben.
Yeah.
He's the best of us.
This Ben might be the best of us.
The other one is reserved Ben.
This
and
Ben
you
is the
think it's
best of
mean. Billy can go cry in his pillow tonight because I was mean.
I've already admitted to being the most sensitive member of the podcast.
You are.
Besides Asterios and the same as me.
Yes.
Well, Asterios now is claiming to me in private that he's at the gym. What? Total lie. What a fat piece of shit.
Okay.
Oh, was that?
He's probably at the gym.
That was kind of mean.
Hold on, Scott. Let's talk about your in-ring work next.
Sure.
It's a good boy.
Thank you.
Scott, what's the last movie you've seen?
Last movie I've seen. What did I just do? Because I'm still doing requests for
Ass Masters of the Silver
it was
Screen
Ass
Part
Masters
12.
of the Silver Screen Part 12.
Is it good?
It was fantastic. It was one of the best movies I've ever seen. What the hell would it have been? It would have been 48 hours ago, and I can't remember it. What did we? Short Circuit was in the mix.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, Fisher Stevens in full Indian face, very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you were talking about?
We were talking about three men and the baby.
Yes.
And because of Short Circuit, and Steve Guttenberg was in Short Circuit, and then 3 Men and the Baby came up on the podcast. They were like,
wasn't he in Cocoon too?
Could have been. Wilford Brimley was. We're talking about how insecure Steve Guttenberg must have felt on the set of 3 Men and the Baby with Ted Danson on one side of you and Tom Selleck on the other, and you're fucking Steve Guttenberg.
But you know why he
and
wasn't?
You're supposed to get huge dick.
No, he's fucking Illuminati, dude.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Gutenberg got named.
Because he's Jewish?
Ben, we're trying to run a fucking show here.
Did you?
God damn
why
it!
Is it the only Gutenberg?
God damn it, Ben.
Good day, Berg. I believe is the translation.
Do you remember in the Simpsons, the Stonecutters episode?
Who makes Steve Guttenberg a star?
We do.
Yeah, that was legit. You go back. You can trail.
So
you can
I was
trail
right.
back. You can trail back the Gutenberg lineage in the Freemasonry Illuminati.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he walked in. There was a reason he was in between those two. He was the chosen one.
He had that fucking pull.
Yeah. They're like, we're gonna put these two fucking tall, handsome men around
The two
Steve
biggest
Guttenberg.
chads of the 1980s.
And what it did
I
was
said that earlier.
Yeah.
It made Gutenberg hot by proxy.
Exactly.
So all the Gutenberg like guys in the Illuminati.
So
they're now also hot.
Danson, Selick, Gutenberg go out on the town. By the way, Gutenberg got well known because of Police Academy. That was his first big movie.
That was a quality film. A lot of talent.
Yeah, and then Leonard Nimoy is going out on the town. Those four guys hitting Toronto while they were filming. Dude, there's probably all sorts of Canadian babies from those four guys.
I was gonna say,
Impregnated everybody.
they had a big 19, I don't know, let's call it 87.
That was Leonard Nimoy's directorial debut.
And his most successful movie, which is more successful than most directors' movies.
I was going to say, I would love if my...
How many sequels did it get?
17.
I think it got one.
I know
A
there was
Little
3 Men
Lady.
and a Little Lady. I thought they had one where she was grown up later.
When I was
but I could be
They
wrong.
might be doing that now, actually.
I remember when
That might be a thing.
When I was a kid, my mom was driving me, and me and my brother, we were in the back seat, and we drove past this theater, this dirty-looking theater that I had never been to before, and the thing said 3 Men and a Lady, and I'm like, Mom, they're playing 3 Men and a Little Lady there, and she's like, No, it's a porn theater.
We're going to McDonald's.
yeah.
It's a porno.
Yep.
Mom, is that Fred Willard and Paul Rubens?
There is one upcoming reboot film with 2 theatrical films. I knew something about the third one.
Yeah.
And I thought it might be upcoming, but then I was like, was there another one that existed afterwards before that?
Who's the lady gonna be? Brenda Song?
Yeah, they said it's going to be Macaulay Culkin in drag.
In his bravest role to date?
In the role
Wasn't
of a
he in
lifetime.
like Party Monster?
He
in
was
drag?
a party monster.
Yeah, it's going to be Gary Oldman as the little lady.
Dude.
In the role of a lifetime.
Oh,
I like that.
Good.
I'm trying to figure out who got cast in the reboot. It's
Honest.
a fucking reboot. Steve Guttenberg says he wants another 3 Men and a Baby sequel. You're getting a
Why?
reboot, dude. You're getting a reboot.
So the baby's
So
the baby
there's just
is
another
40?
baby.
Yeah.
The baby's 40
That's
now.
bullshit.
3 Men and a Baby reboot is making 4 key changes to the original movie. It's 3 women and a baby.
Fuck you.
Oh, they're gonna do ghost. They're gonna Ghostbusters it.
The one thing holding down 3 Men and a Baby was that the toxic masculinity of 3 Men and a Baby. So now we're giving you 3 women and a baby.
I can't tell if you're reading that or making a joke.
he's not.
It's 100%. Director Maurice Mo Marable promises his reboot. So you know what it's going to be? Maurice Mo Marable.
Triple M?
I mean, and Triple M is probably going to be like Kevin Hart.
Daniel
Cedric the Entertainer.
and Daniel Kaluuya.
And Daniel Kaluuya as 3 Men and a Baby.
I wanted. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to see if there's any more information on what it is. So it will be more diverse while still paying homage to the original. The original 1987 film directed by Star Trek actor Leonard Nimoy.
Damn, did I
stars-
get the year right? 87?
Yeah,
Wait, hell
90
yeah.
was the sequel.
You're
Tom
doing a
Selleck and
Joe.
Ted Danson as 3 New York bachelors whose lives are interrupted when they find themselves taking care of a baby that was left on their doorstep by one of their past girlfriends. 3 Men and a Baby was a stellar success, raking in over $240 million dollars at the box office.
Quarter bill,
80s.
motherfucker. Quarter bill of 1980s
$250
dollars.
million in 1980.
Yeah.
What in the fascinating?
That's what I was saying.
fuck?
Like, it was so
Yeah.
successful.
Shit made money.
Becoming Disney's first ever live action film to cross the $100 million mark.
And then double it, and then more.
No shit.
It was huge. Yeah, and do you remember the lore behind it? Like the supernatural lore?
There was like a ghost in the window in one scene. Yeah.
And then when they played it on network TV, they were like, look out for this part. I remember the next day in school, everyone was talking
Did you
about
see
it.
the ghost?
Yeah.
The first announced the reboot in 2020 was Zac Efron set to star.
I want to see or was it Iron Claw?
Yeah.
With Zac Efron.
That
That's
looks
what
like
I've been
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Zac Efron, Bowen Yang.
Is that who's playing Carrie?
I don't know.
When asked about making a reference to the Ghost Child cameo in the original, Marable said he wanted to pay homage to the film, even having the 1987 cast back for cameos if possible.
Of course.
So what's that have to do with the ghost child?
He's also bringing the ghost child
We're
back.
we're also what the we'll cameo with the ghost child.
Yeah, we're bringing Demon back for this
Fuck it.
movie. Good idea by Scoot Simp 911 in the chat. Also, good name.
Hold on, what?
Scoot Simp 911 says 3 women and a dog.
Oh, God.
Now that's a movie.
That sounds like the kind of movie I asked my mom about while we were driving down the street.
Mom, can we go see that? Ben, you don't want to see that kind of movie.
You don't want to go to that theater.
Oh no, 3 women and a dog. Like Scott, you often say that women who own dogs have sex with their dogs.
Does he?
White women who own dogs have sex with their dogs.
And I thought it was 1 in 4, but you said it was much higher.
I said it's 2 in 1. In that every white woman owns 2 dogs and fucks both of them.
You tell me every white woman has the dog walker app on her phone instead of Grindr.
Correct.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ruby Jules, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to wear. My underwear had been bunched up
better
in
get
my
ready
ball sack for like an hour. It's so
bow to the
uncomfortable.
masters.
My underwear are sawing through my balls for like an hour.
Do you wear boxers or briefs?
Boxers?
Yeah, I started wearing boxer briefs, and that's when it stopped.
Might I suggest the boxer briefs from manscaped.com? Maybe use promo code CATS20.
What about
if you're gonna
Henson
buy something.
shaving, though?
Fuck Henson Shaving. Living off my name.
I love how that happened.
I haven't seen a dime from Henson Shaving. Manscaped.com, promo code CATS20. CATS20. That's right, we got the fucking code.
I gotta stand up.
He's got to pull it out.
I gotta stand up and pull out.
You want me to pull it out? You got it yourself.
Okay.
I don't know if you could do it easily. It would be a
probably
production. It would be a production.
I
Just
like
a
that.
series of pulleys.
I think-
budget.
I think I'll just take it. I'll take it out quickly and get
Okay.
back to the show.
Right. I want it on record that I offered.
That's where it was, too. Yeah, it was like right in the middle.
Ooh, that was a ball bunch. I can breathe.
You feel good?
I can breathe.
Feel like a new man?
Yeah.
Feel like a gay man?
Yeah. I feel like The Rock and I could get charged $3 billion worth of damages.
Kidnap
for
a
anything.
woman and her child?
Anything.
I think it'd be funny if it came out she does not have a child.
I mean,
I think
wouldn't-
she does,
That-
but
that's a-
it's
that'd be a
still
fun
all
twist.
bullshit.
They probably did take her kid away, right?
I mean, probably, and it was
maybe-
probably for good reason.
it was probably her
Child
fault.
Protective Services took the kid away, and not 2 fraternities, the FBI and Home Depot,
And The Rock.
and The Rock, and
And
Chris
Chris
Benoit.
Benoit.
Yeah,
That's the weirdest thing ever.
She may be
because,
crazy.
like, if Chris Benoit was still alive, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, he probably did that shit. You know, because he's like a psycho.
No, but you didn't. Nobody knew he was a psycho until after the fact. If Chris Benoit was still alive, you wouldn't know Chris Benoit was a psycho.
Yeah.
Unless you listen to The Miz.
Unless you listen to the.
Well,
Shut
let's
up,
say
shut up,
Nobody
Miz.
did.
Let's say he survived the attempt and everything else was like said and done.
Oh, then I guess
Yeah.
you'd
Then-
have a
then-
clue.
Is it fucked up that Chris Benoit would have taken over the term excellence of execution? from
No,
Bret
he was
Hart?
really good. I mean, he was good. I mean, all that shit's recycled.
I like that
right?
Ben's answering earnestly, and not just responding to a murder joke.
Well, here's the thing. I saw a video of his son, who's what, like 30 now or something.
Probably, yeah.
He'd be late 20s toward 30. Yeah.
And he's like, I want my dad in the Hall of Fame. And I'm just like, I felt really bad for him.
I'm like, look, your dad had a Hall of Fame career.
And fucked
But
it up.
also, that's a tough hill to climb, pal. So maybe focus your efforts elsewhere.
I mean, maybe we acknowledge that Chris Benoit would be in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame.
He is.
Yeah,
Was he
and-
put in there before?
He was put in there before, and they had
Okay.
a vote to take him out, and it didn't pass. Because he's that fucking good.
I mean, he was good.
At murder.
Well, that
Twist.
too. He was good. Well, I mean, he got away with it. It was just murdering
You
himself.
know what? I never thought about the fact
He was self-reported.
that he got away with it. He was never punished for it. That is a good point that I've never thought of.
Well, thank you.
Which is why people
And they
are,
say I'm mean.
which is why
I
people
would
are
never
still
say
so
that.
mad
No,
about
Billy said
Hitler.
True.
Because Hitler got away with it too.
Yeah, and then died
No, he
peacefully
didn't.
in 1976 in Argentina.
He didn't get away with it, though.
He did the same thing that Chris Benoit did.
He didn't get away with it though. He didn't
killed
kill all.
himself.
No, he killed himself before he killed all the people he wanted to kill. Though he didn't get away with it.
How do you know Chris Benoit was satiated with just killing his wife and son?
Oh, I know.
Oh, he wanted more.
This feels like
he developed a taste.
This feels like the worst conversation we've had tonight. In a series of horrible conversations, I feel like this might be the worst one.
Maybe it's good that Asterios isn't here right now.
Yeah.
He says he's at the gym.
My guy had to go pump.
At midnight Eastern?
Hell yeah.
The
that's
same
best-
as the time in Ohio?
It's the best time to pump. Oh, look at this. He's got muscles.
Look, I know some people go to the gym at midnight.
I was afraid to show. Oh, there's no phone number on this, right?
There's no phone number
Looks
on there.
clean. All right. Yeah, there's Asterios. He sent me a text message.
He's pumping.
Of him working
Have him
out.
holding up today's newspaper.
Yeah,
he
tell
sends
him-
that to everyone when he wants to stop doing their podcast.
I saw a podcast where he threw up. It was hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Tell him to send a picture holding up the 64 ounces.
He'll never
of
come hang out with
margarita.
us because he knows he'll relapse. Like, he'll come back like hate Ashbury level, you know?
That's why we have to go to a sauna, like a retreat with him.
I would
A
love to
sauna
go
retreat.
somewhere nice with Asterios.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
What if we got like...
But also, it would be kind of fun also if he relapsed.
What if we went
So-
to like a really expensive hotel in New York City with...
How much cocaine are we bringing?
None.
A little bit.
Oh, we'll buy it there.
little
We'll
bit.
buy it there.
We're gonna have a spa.
There's gotta be a little bit of cocaine.
We're gonna have a spa day. They're gonna bring us little like cucumber waters.
Are we
with,
keystering anything?
No.
Can we do mud masks?
Yeah, we're gonna do mud masks. We're gonna get shiatsu massages.
Can I sexually harass a male masseuse, John Travolta style?
Yeah.
Nice.
Al Gore style.
Oh, didn't know that.
Actually, I think it was a female masseuse.
Well, then it's not the same, is it?
Yeah, there's an Al Gore style and there's a
Those
John
are
Travolta
the two
style.
styles of harassing
Could you
masseuses.
imagine what he? Hey there, I noticed you're massaging me.
I invented the internet.
I would like if I would flip onto my back.
Ralph Nader ruined my fucking life.
Yeah, basically. That's hilarious too.
Yep.
And when Obama got elected president, Ralph Nader called him an Uncle Tom like that.
Did he?
Gonzo
Yes.
says,
Yes.
on a suggestion, Asterios seems like the type for a fishing trip out west. You guys all want to go out deep sea fishing?
Sure. I'll go deep sea diving. I'll scuba up.
Yeah, I saw like when you went on your dad's fishing trip, you brought home crazy fish. Like
Yeah.
how many pounds of fish did you guys bring home?
It was the limit, and all the other boats didn't get the limit. We know a boat, and it's like a very, very. We've been going there for 30 years, and the boat goes like an hour out into the Pacific Ocean. But
Billy was
we
worried
always catch a
because
limit.
when he was a kid, they did the same thing, and he got all sick and threw up everywhere.
Yeah, I had to take a lot of diphenhydramine. Is that the one? Dramamine?
Dramamine.
A lot of
Yeah.
Dramamine, and that was fine. Joe did not. Joe actually passed out sick from the boat.
Because the boat is like
Because Joe didn't take Dramamine. He didn't think he had a problem, and he passed out. And we still, everybody caught the limit like hella quick. Because we covered Joe's limit, even though he passed out, we were able to have the limit for everybody on the boat. So Joe got a big bag of fish.
There was like a big photo of them with like I don't even know, like 50 pounds of fish or something.
The
Like,
photo, those were just the, I think were those the sea bass or salmon? I can't. Those might have been king salmon. I can't remember if we were going for sea bass or salmon or steelhead. Whatever it was, those were the big fish, and then we also had way more of the cod. Was it cod? Maybe it was sea bass. The sea bass was we had the most of.
cod a
But
sea
the
fish?
picture was
Yeah.
either the I think it was steelhead. But I could be wrong. I can't remember what the big fish was. But that picture was just the big fish, and the sea bass we had was even more fish.
It was like the entire deck of the boat.
Yeah, and there was like 20 people on the boat, so everybody left with these giant bags. We were leaving the boat, and we looked over, and like there was these other boats. People get off their boats. They had like a puny little bag with like one fillet in it.
Bitches.
And they were looking at us with like jealous eyes.
So was it
How'd
just
you
like a
get
good
that?
location or what?
Yeah, these guys have been doing it for like 40 years. They know exactly where
know
to
their
go.
shit.
They know exactly where to go. It's like
So
an hour
Scott,
out.
I just want to say, Scott will say, put that under the category of I don't give a fuck.
It's interesting. I read about that in the Who Gives a Shit Quarterly.
Yeah. But that night, me and Adam had this dish. It was like a white fish. I showed you like the whole meal. and I told him about it. He's like, categorize that under who gives a fuck.
I might have said something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
that seems pretty
'Cause
dismissive
you don't
for
like
me.
fish. You don't like fish.
I don't care for fish.
But I'll tell you what, these sea bass,
tigers like fish.
They cook up really well with butter, and they don't taste fishy at all. You might enjoy them.
Here, I believe they don't, but I don't respect a food where the best version
fishy,
of the food doesn't taste like itself. Hey, this fish doesn't taste fishy. Oh, it's almost like the taste of fish is bad.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I hate myself for eating fish now. I used to hate fish.
A convert. We got him.
I used to hate fish when I was a kid because my dad would catch it all the time, and he would fillet it himself, and there'd be fucking bones all the
pin
time.
bones?
Yeah, all the
Yeah, I hate
time. I'd be
those.
eating. I get a mouthful of pin bones.
You're lucky you didn't choke on that shit.
He didn't care.
Well, fish is a lot like anal sex.
Yeah.
If you're forced to have it as a child, you won't enjoy it as an adult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I
Grow
I
up,
think-
Ben.
Don't
I
eat a
think
lot of
Adam
fish.
told that same joke.
Probably got it from me. Who got it from Daniel Tosh?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I stopped watching Daniel
But
Tosh.
I believe he had anal sex.
I stopped.
Oh yeah, Adam was probably actually just telling you a real story.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I didn't think about that. Adam had a childhood. All right.
I stopped watching Daniel Tosh when I realized I was only ever telling his jokes.
His jokes are really good.
I was like, shit.
He's really fucking funny.
and he kind of broke Gail around the same time I started paying attention to her.
Yeah, like he introduced me to Gail for sure.
Sweet woman.
Independent Party
Love her.
candidate
I love this,
Ralph
dude.
Nader. This is his second run for the
So they're like, let's bring on Ralph Nader
Hold
to
on.
talk about.
He calls him an Uncle Tom on TV.
Yes,
What is even going on,
dude.
presidency since he played spoiler in the Close 2000 contest this year.
And this is like breaking news on Fox. We're bringing on Ralph Nader to celebrate the first black president.
was on the ballot
Which
in 45.
but based on what was it, Shepard
Smith.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all. I'm Shepard Smith.
Based on what he said, I understand why Ralph may go the route he's going. Because the way Shepard is, the way he played spoiler, the way he inadvertently got George W. Bush elected and made 9/11
Maybe it
happen.
was just like, I'm going to stab you and run away.
Literally, I think so.
Yeah.
States plus D.C. This year he was polling about 1%. Ralph, he spoke to Fox News Radio's Houston
Ralph was
affiliate
running
today
this
and
year.
said this.
To put it very simply, he is our first African-American president, or he will be.
I read ahead.
We wish him well. But his choice, basically, is whether he's going to be Uncle Sam for the people of this country or Uncle Tom for the giant corporation.
Well, okay. You shouldn't have said that.
It makes sense.
He didn't necessarily call him an Uncle Tom. He said it's his choice to be this or that.
It's unfortunate that he didn't say Uncle Dong.
Uncle
I told
Dong.
him about Uncle Dong
because his wife Michael might be an Uncle Dong, according to the conspiracy theorists.
Ralph Nader. What was that?
It's very simple. And he is.
He's like, it's very simple.
I love how
Ralph
he's going to
Nader,
double.
unflappable.
It's very simple.
Gone along with corporate power from the moment he entered politics in the state senate. Voted for the Wall Street bailout. Supports expanding military budget that is desired by the military-industrial complex. And it doesn't really have a tax reform thing for the ordinary fellow in this country. Opposes single payer, full Medicare for all, because the giant HMOs, Aetna and Cigna do. Doesn't have a living wage. He's supposed to be respectful of the poor. Hardly mentions them in his speech. So all the middle class. Doesn't have a comprehensive.
I agree.
Is he wrong?
I agree with everything Ralph said. I think we should have fucking elected Ralph.
Yeah, they should have,
What
but
do
he
you-
didn't stand a chance.
Where were you guys doing? What?
Oh, this is America. The elections don't count.
Sorry.
And you utter the words, Uncle Tom?
He didn't call
That's the question. Yeah, that's the question he's got. He's the first.
Well, no, you
time-
see, I said something that to an intellectual might be provocative,
If you don't
but
realize
to a
that-
layman makes me look evil. This is
you're
why I
having-
could never be president.
That's literally true.
He's playing it so chill.
You were running a.
He's Ralph Nader.
He's fucking
dude.
Ralph Nader.
Dude, he hosted Saturday Night Live back in the 70s too.
The 70s?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
percentage. This year you were reduced to
Look it up.
irrelevant, and I
George
just wonder
Carlin,
now
Richard
if that's
Pryor,
what you want
Ralph
your legacy
Nader.
to
Ralph
be.
Nader.
The man who
The
on
original
night that
kings
the
of
first
comedy.
African American president in
He
the
was
history
actually
of this
the
nation was
bassist for the
elected.
movie King
you
Ralph.
ask if
No,
he's
I
going.
love you, but love hurts.
Uh-oh.
Good thing this is actually the highest number, right?
Scott
Have fun with the
should
last request.
zap himself now.
This
Thank
is
you, Kofi.
for sure the highest number. 50. That's a nice round number. It can't.
Move it all the way up, people.
Moving on up.
It can't go higher than 50.
To the
I think you guys
side.
should probably stop now. I don't think it's going to go higher than
the
50.
D.
Someone
Now,
should hit
I have
us
to
up.
prepare myself in case it goes.
Someone
first
should hit
time.
us up.
It didn't go first time.
Okay.
Now we got to
Move the receiver. Yeah.
Play the game.
You got to
And
tickle the toes.
And I keep hitting it, and it's going to.
It's the anticipation that gets you.
To be Uncle Sam
Time to
or
put on
Uncle
a little
Tom.
makeup.
Yeah, of course.
Stunning.
He's turned
I
his
got
back
chop
on
suey.
100 million poor people in this country, African Americans and Latinos,
we're moving to a different
and
spot on
poor
the neck, 'cause
whites,
that,
and we're going
that
to
part of the
hold
neck is
them
ruined.
to a higher standard. It's just not an unprecedented career move, in the White
Asterios
House.
is
We
having
expect
such a
more
good time.
of
He's a
Barack
happy
Obama.
pap-
You were
he's a happy
reduced
chappy
to
boy.
irrelevance here. You weren't able to play spoiler. Will you run again?
Look, I don't like bullies like you. I can't see you.
Can we put
You can
Asterios
pull the
back on
plug
big screen? I
me.
think he has something
I'm
to
looking
say.
in a dark camera.
I think that calling Obama and Uncle Tom is an okay thing to do. Because he's an Uncle Tom for the corporations, and guess who I hate the most? You know, Ben. They wear what Jesus wore. The crown of thorns. I hate martyrs.
The 2008 French horror film. It's fantastic. Go back. First of all, let's just appreciate that for a minute.
Jesus.
Well, once we've calmed down, go back 10, 15 seconds to Shepard's reaction to Ralph, and I think we'll see where Tucker Carlson got his shit
Hold
from.
on, though. Is Asterios okay with
Asterios,
this?
you good? He's good. He's good.
Yeah, we can go back 15 seconds. We can't go back and redo what Hitler did to those people. If we could.
This offensive impression of Asterios reminds me of when Asterios heard you played an Adam clip, and that was Asterios' first time hearing Adam's voice, and then he did mean Adam voice for 90 straight minutes.
Dude, he really doesn't like Adam's voice.
It triggered something visceral in him.
Here, you weren't able to play spoiler. Will you run again?
Look, I don't like bullies like you.
Watch
I
Shepard.
can't see you. You can pull the plug on me.
That's a Tucker face.
I'm looking in a dark camera.
That's a fish mouth Tucker face, though.
I didn't say it, sir, with respect.
Let us have. I said that's the question he has to answer. He can become a great president, or he can become a toady for the corporate powers that have brought both parties to their knees against
Which
working
one did he
people
do?
in this country, and have
Where do we
allowed
stand?
our country to be hijacked by global corporations who have no
I like the
allegiance to
numbers here.
1%.
52 million, 48 million, 500,000.
Nationwide.
This is like Fast and the Furious, Avengers Endgame, and what's the movie you were going to go see?
Don't worry. it's safe
Ernest
watch
Goes to
on
Camp.
stream.
That's okay.
Ernest Goes to concentration camp.
Is it time to bring back the Ernest movies?
Yes.
Like, can we write them so they're in the 80s?
Ooh.
Thank you, Zap Rosedauer. So they're in the 80s?
I'm in.
You know who I think should play Ernest?
The ghost of Jim Varney.
I think Simon Rex.
Oh, I assume you've seen Red Rocket.
Yeah.
It might spoilers for upcoming Best of 2021 podcast. It might be my favorite movie of 2021.
It's pretty good.
It's so good.
I was so excited to see that.
Yeah.
And like the whole idea that I love the Florida Project. I thought Tangerine was great.
Tangerine's fun. I like Tangerine a lot.
I love Tangerine was great.
Yeah.
I love.
I don't
the
approve of
Florida
that
Project.
lifestyle, but it was a good
Yeah,
movie.
I don't think you should hang out outside donut shops either. I'm
No,
keto.
it's dangerous.
I'm keto. But when I heard that they got together and made that movie in like 8 days or something.
Not to brag, but I did. I was present for a Q&A with him at the premiere at the Vancouver International Film Festival.
I think Simon Rex playing fucking Ernest in the 80s.
That's sick.
I think that would be a good franchise.
I like that a lot.
I think that would be a really good franchise.
Yeah, that's really cool. Let me find my my Letterboxd review of Red Rocket. At Not Scott Henson on Letterboxd. Should anyone care to get it?
I wanted to do Letterboxd, but I don't get it. I don't understand like what I'm supposed to do. I'm just review movies.
Yeah, or just log them and
where do I
rate
start?
Them.
Just when I get it.
See that's because like I've seen literally dozens of movies in my life, and I'm like, what? I gotta search them all and write them all down. No, I can't do that either. Just whenever I see a movie and think of a funny review for it, I post that. That is the extent of my Letterboxd experience.
I like that.
So Red Rocket, 4 stars out of 5. Content warning: 0 dog dick. No hero's journey. No 3-act structure. Nobody changes or learns anything. It fucking rocks. That is my review of Red Rocket.
0 dog dick?
Yeah, it's called Red Rocket.
I mean, it's a movie called Red Rocket and 0 dog dick. I mean, that's why it was 4 stars and not 5.
I thought that you like weighed that against like
every movie.
Yeah, I'm like,
Avengers Endgame, 0 dog dick.
It wasn't
Citizen Kane.
It wasn't 0 dick.
It wasn't 0 dick.
Was it 0 dog? There was dogs in it, wasn't there?
They were both dogs and dick, but never at the same time.
This country,
white women,
other than to ship its jobs and industries to fascist and communist dictators abroad who know how to keep their workers in their place. This is reality here. This is not show business.
He's like, look here, Shep. I've been in the fucking media for 30 years. If I wouldn't have called him Uncle Tom, you wouldn't have had me on the show.
Right.
Oh, well, fuck.
This is the last time a Democrat won Ohio. I see it right there. It's crazy.
It's not celebrity politics. There are people suffering in this country, and we expect a great presidency from Barack Obama, and we're going to try to hold his feet
look
to
at
the
Ralph
fire.
Nader going against identity politics on Fox News. Who does he think he is? This year?
If in hindsight, you wish you'd used a phrase other than Uncle Tom.
Not at all. You know what the historic...
Thanks very much. We'll have a response.
This fucking psycho. Not at all.
I bet Shepard did not expect that interview going in with the ammo that he had.
You know who would be
cool?
cool?
No. And Ralph Nader wouldn't back down.
Well, Ralph was a fucking king in that.
Yes.
Shepard's like, how am I getting taken to task right now? This guy said Uncle Tom.
Somebody should put on a presidential debate between Ralph Nader and Jesse Ventura, even though neither of them are running.
Jesse would win.
How good would that be?
I'm
just
just
to
asking
watch?
questions.
Yeah, I want to see them debate.
I was a Navy SEAL.
Why don't we have more presidential debates for people that aren't running?
McMahon.
Yeah, look at ravishing Rick Rude.
There should be more presidential debates of people who aren't running. This is like,
I like that. I like presidential debates for non-runners.
Yes.
Yeah.
We throw them up on YouTube. They're the same process of every other debate, except at the end, you could just think of how different the world would be if you weren't being force-fed 2 different flavors of the same Dorito.
Greatest Ventura impersonation, Will Sasso.
Oh, Sasso's good.
Yeah.
Turn on the audio, stupid.
Yep. God damn it.
Carrying Cross.
Nice fucking mute, stupid.
And you got tagged a bunch in this because he very briefly did
Carrying Cross also has a
spot-on,
shockingly good
perfect Jesse Ventura impression.
Dude, that was you?
Yeah.
I've
I'm
seen
the
this
one
video.
doing the tricep curl.
Is
The tricep
Will
extension. He's
also
like,
doing cosplay as Jesse Ventura right now?
No, it's just like now he's 50 or whatever.
Me, Chris. I'm a Navy SEAL. I can hold my breath for 9 minutes underwater, Chris. Don't tell me you weren't there, Chris.
But Will Sasso does impressions all the time
That
very
is
well.
spot on.
That's really
all his
good.
impressions are really good.
Yep.
His Stone Cold. Remember when he came out on Monday Night Raw as Stone Cold and got his ass kicked?
Yep.
Seen that video. Yo.
Do you remember Jason Sensation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a Canadian boy. He was
He was in the blackface sketch.
one of his times.
Enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Not the first time when he was the Nugget, but when he came back in the DX
DX Corporation.
DX Corporation bit.
Yeah.
That was in Seattle, Washington.
Oh,
I was there live for it.
were you?
Yes.
Nice.
And I had this big of a pecker sticking up the entire time. And then, you know what? Even back then, it was like probably 99 or something.
99,
Even
yeah.
back then, I was like, this blackface is not okay.
Yeah, the DX blackface.
I was like, what the fuck
when
are
they
they
had the
thinking?
nation, right?
I'm a teenager, and I know this is bad.
So like Triple H was Mark Henry, right?
No, Ms.
Triple
Ark-
H was
Ms.
The
Ark was
Rock.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Triple H was The Rock.
Hey, Mizark, how do you get your pecs to go all the way around to your back?
My friend looked at me because I was fat, and I was like, okay, fair.
Okay.
Fair. And then, what the fuck? Badass Billy Gunn was the Godfather, and Road Dogg was D'Lo Brown.
All right.
And Jason Sensation was Shawn Michaels, right?
No, he was Owen. He was Owen.
Well, there were two. I think we're conflating the two.
He was Owen originally, but the DX corporate.
He was Sean. He was Sean in the
was Sean,
corporation. one.
yeah.
And
'Cause he-
and nailed the voice.
Yeah.
Nailed the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Will Sasso is still better at wrestling impressions than Jason Sensation.
Well, only at Jesse like
you have to watch some of his other impressions.
You can do Austin. Yeah, you can do Austin.
He has Austin.
Is look, I'll give it to Karrion Kross.
Step McHugg says the Three Stooges was underrated. I will tell you this about the Three Stooges. Have you
let me
seen it?
guess. You watched it and liked it?
Have you seen it?
No.
It's the greatest Three Stooges movie.
Slapstick.
Okay.
Oh no, not the movie.
It's the greatest Three Stooges movie of the last 100 years.
Okay. That is in
Lethal
fact
does the
saying
best
something.
Ric Flair and
Name the three actors who played the Stooges.
Okay, here's the thing. Will Sasso,
Yep.
French
Was he
Stewart,
curly?
French Stewart, and this other guy. He's done nothing. I won't remember his name.
I think Sean Hayes is going to be mad that you called him French Stewart.
Oops. Same difference,
Firstly.
dude. Can we be honest? Is French Stewart and Sean Hayes different?
They're calling French Stewart the gay Sean Hayes.
Yes. Yes.
Best
Even though I
Macho
think
Man.
that's the opposite of their sexuality.
No, it is.
Yeah.
And it's still correct.
It is correct. Yeah.
The fact that I called him French Stewart actually makes me feel better because I didn't watch Will and Grace.
Sad.
I watched Third Rock.
I watched the whole thing and tried to watch the reboot, but the reboot was very bad. I didn't like Will and
They
Grace.
rebooted Will and Grace.
They rebooted
They did,
Will and
didn't
Grace
they?
for at least 2 years.
You know, Megan Mullally.
I fucked her.
She is married to that gentleman from
Nicholas Offerman.
Yeah, Nick Offerman.
Hollywood power
Have you
couple.
seen their N-word stuff?
What? What?
Continue.
This is. I was not ready for this.
Karrion
information.
Kross doing Jesse Ventura. Look, this is a horrible idea, and I hope that nobody. Now I know your reach with this show, and the people within the industry are going to be watching. I hope in WWE. Karrion Kross. You know how
Mo was
Karrion
Chris
Kross,
Diamantopoulos,
there's
if you were wondering.
But if there was some sort of we're all doing Jesse Ventura gimmicks, and I'm his manager, and I'm like, well, let me tell you something about Karrion Kross. I'll give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
You need
would
that
do
Minnesota.
He always uses double negatives too. You ain't done nothing.
Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman cover "Smell Yo Dick," complete with all the N-words.
Oh, that one, they're just doing a song.
Really
I sing songs with
unnecessary
the
to cover
N-word.
this song, exotify black artists and women in the guise of comedy, but it's really just mildly disguised racism. I can't believe people are not more angry about this.
What does the
Let me guess.
think about it?
This was written by a stupid baby.
I often sing "Smell Your Dick," but I replace the N-word with violent threats toward Jewish people.
What the fuck, Asterios? What the fuck was that?
Karrion Kross. And it's
I
not-
know it's not fair, but Asterios, this is partly on you for going out on such a cute picture.
It was a cute picture.
I mean, come on. Look at that.
Nobody would say this horrible stuff if you didn't look so damn cute.
That's on you, pal.
And I don't know who was doing that voice, but it was spot on.
Someone's nailing it.
It sounded
I
like
don't know.
Pitmark. Oh, King Beard X.
Zap Rosedower says Asterios looks like Tony from Hack the Movies. They're actually the same person.
Yeah.
Now, Scott, do your impression of a kid sticking their finger in a light socket.
Seth Looks has some heaters. Seth Looks hits the bag hard.
I'm going to set this to 55. I can't drive 55. Sammy Hagar taught us that. And I'm going to zap myself.
Not 55 kilometers, that's for sure.
It was a Canadian song by Van Halen.
I can't drive 55.
and then I'm gonna go pee. And I'm hoping that that 55 doesn't make me pee.
Don't pee.
I'm venturing into Billy funeral territory. Are we gonna go first time?
Dashing and daring, courageous and caring.
It's gonna be the fun surprise this time.
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere.
You know the whole theme.
High adventure that's beyond compare. They are the gummy bears. They're dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. Out in the forest, they sing out in chorus, marching along as their song fills the air.
Show to kids.
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. All right, Scott, shock yourself.
I'm doing the thing. It's gotta juice back up.
Look, if you don't whip out that healthy fucking cock and
Oh!
Oh my fucking god.
My boy.
Oh my boy.
Shocking.
Check this out.
Oh, Andy Dick.
Danny
I think y'all already know. See, it's a whole big, deeper situation with Andy Dick. If y'all seen, not too long ago, that nigga Ice Poseidon got his ass whooped. But yeah, if anybody know, man, back in the day was, Ice Poseidon, he was like an ill Twitch streamer and shit. He's like the real nigga that started this motherfucking,
That was actually
IRL
me.
shit. And I remember I used to be on tour. I was like on tour and shit. I was like hungover in my bed one time. And just being on the internet and shit and looking at shit. And I ended up coming across YouTube channel. It was Ice Poseidon YouTube channel. He was doing it. It was an RV. That's when he was doing an RV trip. And I watched that shit. I was one of those kids that, I used to watch The Real World. You know what I'm saying? I cried when Pedro died. You know
One of us. One of us.
Y'all niggas too young, man. I used to watch The Real World and shit. When motherfucking David snatched the cover off Tammy, all that kind of old school shit. So when I first saw Ice doing the RV shit, I was like, man, this is like reality TV show. This is like the beginning of some shit. This is some cutting edge shit. So I was like, I fucked with that shit. So I used to watch Ice streams and shit all the time. Actually got a chance to meet him in motherfucking, I met him at TwitchCon. He ditched me and shit. He wasn't fucking with me. That's he was hanging out with Mizkif and all them shit. But whatever. I'm saying all that just to give you motherfucking, context of what I'm saying now. So now, he had his own shit with, CX Network and all that. And then once they got raided, they took the mansion and all that shit, man. Y'all know him. And then, so motherfuckers got mad at him, man. And niggas started their own shit. So now you got IP2, which is, that's who against ICE. You know what I'm saying? IP2, they've been keeping it going, which is some degenerate ass shit. I wouldn't even like to admit that I watched that shit, but I started from that shit, so I just keep it going on with the story. Now these motherfuckers done got racist and shit, but I think they just be doing that just to be edgy and shit, because that's what that community is all about. But they do be on some bullshit. They be on some racist shit. But we say that to say, not too long ago, Andy Dick was involved with that whole fucking scene, and they had this nigga. He pretty much got kidnapped. They's pretty much just kidnapping this nigga, using him for donations and shit, running around.
It's true.
With Andy Dick.
It's funny how this dude was watching all of this while we were like,
but Andy Dick is
watching it unfold.
He's a straight drunk. Andy Dick make me be like, I got to get my life together, man. You can't end up like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Which I would never. But he be grabbing niggas' dicks and he get drunk and just start sexually assaulting motherfuckers and shit. I think right now he got locked up for stealing some tools and shit. Oh, he got to register as a sex.
He was squatting in some other people's houses.
Yeah, all type of shit, man. How, you know what I'm saying? Niggas don't remember. This nigga was in The Lion King, wasn't he?
I don't think he was.
I don't think so.
That's fucked up, Andy Dick.
Did he do any Disney shit?
I don't know if he did any Disney stuff. Is he wrong, though? No, Danny Brown's not wrong. Danny Brown knows his shit. Danny Brown, when he started coming out rapping, he was my favorite rapper of that new era. And then he did a song with ICP, and I was like, oh, dude, he's solid. He's going hard. He did a song with fucking ICP.
Man, Andy Dick, man, it's a cautionary tale for everybody, man. One thing you don't want to do in
Tranquil
life.
Blue says Andy Dick was in The Lion King, too. Okay, the direct-to-DVD one, that makes sense.
Okay.
But, it happens, man. It happens, man. But he on some other shit, though. I don't think it's just, I I don't think it's just alcohol. You know, it's one thing is to be a fucking alcoholic. I think he got to be on some like extra. I mean, I think it's meth. I think he on some like meth or like.
We know he's got his little
some
coke
other
baggies.
type of hardcore stimulant. You know.
I was back fast
yeah,
enough
man.
that it doesn't seem like I beat off, right?
No. Okay. Honestly, the only way I can
I'm
tell
kind of
is
shocked at how quick
your hands taste like yogurt.
Very nice.
P2, that nigga, yeah. We
Okay,
out.
Andy Dick does not look real in that picture. That looks like a.
That looked like an AI Andy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shouts out to Andy Dick, man.
Definite shout
I'll
out.
write you, man. Send me if somebody give me Andy Dick jail information, man, I'll send that nigga a kite.
Is he in jail right now?
And I say that to say, man, we up out this motherfucker, man. Love y'all niggas. Hey, you gonna really try to Google Andy Dick jail information?
I think the guy producing him is like literally Googling.
I ain't writing that, nigga. That's just shit you say, man.
Love it.
His laugh is adorable. I love Danny Brown.
Dude, him watching King Cobra eat the sauce sandwich is so great. Because he laughs so hard watching him. He's eating a sauce sandwich.
I wish Danny Brown sucked so I could talk shit about him.
But he
'Cause
rocks.
I don't like being nice to people
I feel
on
you.
stream. I don't like it.
No, I know. It's like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, I look like a simp, don't I?
Damn it.
I look like a fucking simp.
I feel like a fucking idiot.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. God. Damn. Fuck.
What's the worst?
What's the best Danny Brown song and why is it Dip?
I couldn't name one.
Dip, I dip, you dip. Dip, you dip, I dip, we dip.
Is that one of his?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to be confused with I put your hand upon your hip when I dip, you dip, we dip.
Yeah, that's not it. Oh. I have to pee now.
Go
No,
ahead and
you're just
pee.
doing it for attention because I did it.
I know. You usually don't pee during the show.
I know. We've gone past 9 o'clock. That's pee time.
It's the pee time.
Yep. I can always hold it till 9.
Let's
After
get
that,
to
it's
380,
dealers.
everyone. 380.
Or don't.
For
It's
the
fine.
next day.
Don't-
Oh,
don't worry.
stop.
Oh, stop.
Oh, stop.
You.
Let's talk about Trumpster Bob. And
Don't mind if I do.
He's warning about the dangers of over-pleasing women.
I like his specific type of brain injury.
Right out of my pickup truck, I've had to call the police on 2 separate black women in particular because they was telling the cops they were married to me.
I'm just going to leave it there.
I like that. Sorry, I was reading Immortan Dave V8's comment. Did Scoot pee in a litter box? Ben was very kind to set one out for me, and I appreciate it.
Yes.
So you can overplease a woman to that. I think a lot of women, not a lot, well, there are probably a lot more so women out there than men, and a lot of women know when you have sex with some women, and some men, I would imagine, would be like this. They become very clingy, like instantly. After that, you're married to them in their mind.
Damn. See, yeah. So, and you don't want that because you're a man about town. You're kind of like a
You can't be held down.
You're like a Hugh Hefner in your zip code. So, like, what do you do?
I like that he
Right,
doesn't know that everyone in his life is mocking him.
Well, before I have sex
like that
with
for him.
all women, I'll let them know I'm not going to fall in love with you. I'll fall in infatuation with you at the most.
I'll
And this
fall
is
in
the
infatuation with you. Not my
It's gonna be
favorite use of grammar.
friends after this. That's got to be understood. And even then, it does not work. I promise to God, I've gone through these conversations to where they thoroughly understood it. And here we are. Had to call a cops on one chick, get her out of my apartment.
Had to kill
call
one.
Cops on 2
This
other
is how it
chicks to
goes.
get them out of my pickup.
What do you
And
mean?
one-
Wait a minute. Wait. Why do you have to call the cops on them? Are they like just crying and whining, or like what? What
Well, get off my dick.
They wouldn't leave the truck. They were going to move in with me. They were
going to move in with him.
Squatters' rights.
Married to me from that point on in their mind.
So they were
And,
straight addicted to you.
Damn,
They were
you're-
addicted
yeah.
to
I love how these two women just kind of like they pull all the strings from him, and then he
I was
just
gonna say,
keeps
like
going.
they're doing the right thing. But here's my problem. And I stress that it's my problem. I'm like, these two fucking bitches, but I'm like, that's just what we do.
Yep.
This is the very same thing.
Yep.
This is no different than what
I
we
had
do.
the same
And-
reaction.
Okay, so I'm not alone, right?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just that women are generally bad.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that's what the deal is. Okay.
Your dick
Yeah,
must be have magical powers, T-Bob.
It ain't that big. It's
They're calling
just- I
him
think
the new Pete Davidson.
it's a good size, and I think it's really
Show
good
it.
size for a lot of women. And some women will look at me and go, "Oh no," and then there are women that'll look at me and go, yeah, maybe." And so that's where it starts.
Maybe
And,
I'd fuck Meth Santa today.
So if you have an attraction towards each other, and you end up having sex, then there's always that possibility one of you are going to fall in love. And so what I started doing after that third one is I stopped having sex with so many damn women like that because number one, it's not
You're the one. She couldn't hold it back anymore.
healthy, but on occasion it might be okay. But you need to be very careful who you pick.
We're gonna do a court show.
Oh,
this is
Are we doing
insider information.
Are we doing Judge Steve Harvey?
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. So there's a person online that has been trolling Bob for a long time, and Bob wants to make a case that they are a unsolved serial killer.
Love it.
And
say more things.
I am going to be the judge. We are going to appoint a jury. Bob, as the prosecutor, will elect 6 jurors, and my choice as the defense attorney will also appoint 6. So, and the majority wins. How many people from the other side can you convince?
Right.
And we're gonna have opening statements. Then we're gonna have discovery with witnesses.
Then we'll serve tea.
Of course.
Yeah, and then we'll serve cunt.
And then we'll
then back to the
see how
trial.
it all turns out.
I love it.
And they both get to do the whole objection.
Yeah. Objection, being gay.
Yep. Sustained.
Sustained. Billy, were you being gay in the bathroom?
Yes.
What's a solo gay thing you can do in the bathroom?
A solo gay thing
Yeah.
is backing your butt hole to the mirror, leaving a little round imprint from your butthole, turning around and kissing it.
What a good answer.
Yeah.
What a good answer. That is a solo gay thing you can do in the bathroom.
Get a sex partner, I think, and
You had that
keep them
lined
as a
up.
regular. And then that way, if there's any problems come about on your end or their end, you can warn each other ahead of time, and it's not a problem.
Yeah. So T-Bob, would you say you're best with using your hands, mouth, or
These girls just milk it out
your
of him.
cock?
It's very good, but for some reason I'm mad at the girls, even though
All
they're
three.
doing all the right things
All
and exactly
three.
what we would do.
So it's just so it's just the combination.
Women can't be
Coleman-
funny because if they are funny, they're funnier than me.
Yeah.
And so they can't be funny.
And that is unacceptable.
I won't allow it.
No.
Women are not
if you will,
funny.
That just gets the women turned to putty.
I definitely please a woman with all three. And I could tell you that anytime you start going down on a woman, like for a long period of time, like for an hour or so or 2 hours or whatever.
Who's got the
they
time
don't
for
want
that
to
shit?
We got to get out of here soon if we're going to make it
they
to
want
Fast
you
and the
to
Furious 10.
keep sucking that fucking pussy.
Oh,
And
yes.
you lick that mother
Oh,
down
yes.
real good, and you don't stop for however long it takes to get them satisfied. I guarantee you ain't got to worry the next day you're gonna be fucking. They'll ride you. You ain't got to worry about it.
Reverend Veritas says Billy only laughs at women when they ask for rights. Yeah, I laugh and then I give them lefts.
Nice. Nice.
As a woman beating joke.
No.
Women are funny. I am.
Put Asterios on.
I don't know if you should hit women. They're not worth it. They're so far beneath me. I wouldn't wipe dirt off the ground. Let it be.
Damn, Asterios.
Asterios
That's
is never coming on
Why would
your
he
show
say
again.
that? Why did he say that?
He even types in caps.
Why would he say that?
All right.
Quick, someone dono $40 so Scoot doze 2 zaps back to back.
Back to
Why
back.
don't you doze off and get a little sleep and stop encouraging
He's trying to get out of
terrorism?
it. Everyone, do it now because we're about to end the show.
We have to
Do
go
it
watch
now.
Fast and the Furious 10. X.
Triple
Fast 10 your seatbelts. That's what it should be called. It's right there.
Why
I'm
didn't they-
so mad at it.
Why didn't they do that?
I don't know.
You think they didn't think of
It's
it?
perfect. They got a whole team there of people Asterios doesn't like, and not one of them can figure out Fast 10 and then go from there. Oh, if only there was a car reference we could do from Fast 10. Jesus fucking Christ. Sequel to Now You See Me?
Yeah.
Now you don't! Not Now You See Me Too, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who thought that movie would ever be a thing?
China.
True. There's one thing I know about
Joni?
China is they love a over budget magic trick.
Absolutely. It's like catnip to them.
Yeah, they can't not watch Now You See Me movies, and they can't not watch Penn and Teller. And the
Yeah.
whole reason it wasn't Now You Don't is because they don't have that turn of phrase in China.
I guess not.
Where all the money
I guess
came
literally
from.
that you know what, that's as good an explanation as any, because there's honestly, if we're keeping it strictly English speaking, there is absolutely no excuse.
You know, I spent most of my life thinking I was terribly smart because everybody around me was so stupid, and I realized
I know some people like that.
Yeah, I realized
I'm thinking of one very specific right now, and I'm not going to say their name.
I realized that I just don't understand other cultures.
Okay.
So
You're just
I thought I was so smart.
Yeah.
But really, none of this stuff makes sense outside of my bubble.
True.
So what I started doing was tucking my penis back and staring at myself in the mirror and saying, "Aren't you a pretty little girlie? Aren't you a pretty little girlie?"
And that's really opened stuff up for you.
Yeah, no, it makes me think what it's like to be a pretty little girlie and a woman.
Yeah, and now you can be justified in thinking how smart you are.
Yes. Once I started living my life as a woman,
as a little girl,
I knew my low IQ was enough to get into Harvard.
I tucked my penis, looked in the mirror, commented on what a pretty little girl I was, and then realized I was the smartest woman in the world.
It's all it took me to get a career in STEM.
Are you the first woman in STEM?
Yes, I'm very proud.
Guys, we finally got one.
As a man who doesn't even know what STEM stands for.
First science bitch.
He's also the dopest MC in Portland, too.
I heard that.
That story is the greatest story ever.
That girl was really hot.
He got hit on by a girl that thought he was a trans woman, or
I don't know. She didn't say that.
Okay.
It was a loud bar, and I'm pretty sure what she said is, "You're like the dopest female MC." But she was hitting on me, and I'm thinking, should I roll with it? Because she was a really beautiful bartender.
Of course you should roll with it.
Really beautiful waitress, like gorgeous waitress. I'm like, should I just roll with this?
Yeah.
And when she sees my penis, I'll be like, oh yeah, I identify as a thick clit. Like I don't know. Like
It'd be crazy not to.
I don't know at what point in time I was in the wrong. You know.
Never. At no point were you in the wrong.
I should have went through with it.
Yeah. And then if things get weird at the end of it, kill her.
oh
Dan
my
Harmon
God.
wasn't the first person to think of that.
Asterios left. He finally
Oh,
left.
Asterios.
Uh-oh.
Sad.
Was that our fault? What was the Dan Harmon reference? Did we make a Dan Harmon
I
reference?
think the Now You See Me 2 is Dan Harmon,
Oh.
and Fast 10 Your Seatbelts is Scott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I rolled from one seamlessly, I might add.
Dan Harmon is
I fucked him.
very, very funny.
Very low IQ.
He's the least problematic co-creator of Rick and Morty.
I like that about him.
Yeah. I think he's looking pretty good right now.
Did you ever follow any of the Channel 101 stuff?
No.
It's like Dan Harmon ran this week or monthly film competition. People would come in and they would submit pilot episodes, like 5-minute pilot shorts, film shorts. A lot of big Hollywood people came in through Channel 101. And the point was they have a lineup. You submit your pilot. If your pilot gets accepted, it knocks out a running show before. So
Oh,
like
okay.
a pilot would debut. If it goes in, then the lowest number vote in the thing gets
Yeah.
canceled. And they
Like
would
a,
have
like a Premier League type situation.
yeah, every month they would do episodes of these like low budget short
Yeah.
film TV shows
I like that.
were just ridiculous, and that's where Rick and Morty like started. They did a parody of Doc and Marty,
yeah.
and they were just like child rape. It was weird.
Okay.
I'm discussing
Everybody.
history.
Talking about Rick and Morty.
But the Channel 101 was a lot of fun. A lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
We
like it.
are about to end the episode.
So I think no one has the balls to send in $40.
Go watch Fast X, guys. Fast X your seatbelt.
Not a sponsor,
Fast
Cubs.
X your seatbelts. Idiot.
Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
We did it.
Oh, God, no.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they gonna touch me?
It started in Wyoming, or so the story goes. Just a man making tacos. Now everybody knows. There's a whole lot of Mexican going on in Taco John's, Taco John's. There's a whole lot of Mexican going on. Everybody singing the song.
If you're looking for a whole lot of great tasting real Mexican food, cooked up hot and fresh and just the way you like it, you're going to love what's going on at Taco John's.
There's a whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's, Taco John's. It's going on at Taco John's, Taco John's, going on at Taco John's.
Johnny, you ought to be selling these things.